Hello, internet friends. Welcome. It is Saturday night, and let's play some Call of Cthulhu. This is Quests and Chaos. Thank you so much for spending part of your long geekend with us. We are 10 seconds early. Look at that. That's exciting. Just a few quick announcements to get out of the way. First of all, I want to highlight this is the end of AAPI Heritage Month. And that does not, much like Black History Month, you should be following AAPI creators all year round. But I want to highlight somebody, she's local, but she does amazing stuff. Jion Shin she has a Patreon, she has an itch.io, whatever that is. But she makes small, often solo role-playing experiences. And lately what she's doing is journal games so she just had a very successful, awesome Kickstarter for a game where you are oh gosh, I'm gonna get it wrong. I think you're a failed wizard student and you're like journaling through that, and you get prompts to sort of go through the experience. And so Jion is a former naturalist, and when she sends you the game, the bits are like, here's a rodent skull, here's, like you open the box and there's just amazing stuff in there that you find as you play that sort of layers into the experience. I find her stuff endlessly fascinating. She's doing cool things that I can't even imagine, and she is somebody worth checking out. You can find her, like I said, she has a Patreon, she has an itch, she has an itch, that sounds weird to say. She's on Twitter.
She's got a fever, and the only prescription.
Stop.
She is a wonderful creator who's doing really cool stuff in a space that not a lot of people go into. And her last Kickstarter, like, she's working with Banana Chan, she's working with Bully Pulpit, she's working with a lot of amazing people. So Jion is doing awesome stuff, and you should all be following her and checking into her stuff. And if solo journaling games sound like your jam, then this is a place to go. It's an experience, honestly, that I hadn't ever really thought about until I started interacting more with her. So that's that. Next, we have overlords now. We are minions. We are part of the Titan Media Collective. It's very exciting. And this is a group of streamers who have all come together to support each other and to work with each other and that sort of thing. Titan Media Collective is their name. And with a name like Titan Media Collective, I can assure you they are not at all an evil, faceless corporation. There's nowhere are there men in like ill-fitting gray suits who just are like filing things away in massive warehouses. Titan Media Collective, we're the good guys.
Just to note on that, one thing that we do that we also do with Titan Media Collective.
Now you've got an itch.
Yeah, is we often get together with all of the streamers together, just hanging out, doing maybe playing marbles or other Twitch games that are out there, and we do giveaways for those. So it's kind of fun. You name a marble and then you watch it go. I don't know. Maybe you can interact and do things with it, but we don't.
So it's a dot race.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there's other things that we get to do. But you win prizes.
There you go. There you go. Someday I will run a game when I'll run some modern day Call of Cthulhu thing, and Titan Media Collective will be the bad guy. They will be the mega corporation that is, pulling all the strings behind, or maybe they'll be a shell corporation. That's probably
for Skynet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right. So welcome everybody. You are now all watching the Titan Media Collective. Look at us go. Titan Media Collective. not evil since what's today? We need to keep track of like Titan Media Collective. It has been X number of days since evil activity, and just always have a 0 there. Way to talk up our new evil overlords. We have a full week of entertainment for you here at Quests and Chaos, as always. Monday, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak, still just Dragon. We got downgraded once again to just Dragon.
So just the one since we left Irithimble.
And that one was, the extra one was...
more Dragonkin, you know. I don't know if that counts.
No, I don't want to talk about it. It's too disappointing.
All right, so Dragon of Icespire Peak, Mondays, and that is Mondays at 7, 6. When does that happen?
What?
What time does Dragon of Icespire Peak?
7 p.m.
Mondays at 7 p.m. Of course, that's 6 Mountain. And then and then on Wednesdays, I want Squeal the Bard to go sit in a dark room all by himself and think about the fact that this means that he thinks he's won, but he hasn't. Oh no, he hasn't. Because on Wednesdays, my friend Tiana and some other people bring out the awesome podcast, The Redacted Reports. And we love the Redacted Reports here. And that's the last time I'm ever going to mention them because they're redacted. The whole point, you know, it's like the beep. We have to say the beep report or something. I don't know.
We'll mention them when Titan Media tells you.
Yeah, all right. That's a fair point. Yeah. I, for one, welcome our new media overlords. If I blink, wait, can I blink SOS?
Not like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
It's 3 short blinks, 3 long blinks, 3 short blinks.
Just get your help line.
Yeah, I was going to say, or in our world, we just say blink 3 times if you're in trouble. Don't make it hard. Just blink 3 times.
So I do also have to mention that Steam is on this streaming computer, and you know, seeing while we are live that the Hefner is going live playing when he's playing video games. I'm like, I see you not watching us.
But he can listen, you know?
You know, Thomas, other people can do more than one thing at a time.
He can listen. I believe that's how all of his relationships end. Someone said, listen.
Wait a minute. I have a question. It says the Hefner is the hype train conductor. How does that work? And does he get a hat? Are you wearing a hat, Hef?
I'm alarmed by all of this conversation. So Wednesdays,
I wonder if it's just some sort of weird like timing, because at the same time that I got a pop-up that says the Hefner is playing this video game, also donated bits. So that's something is suspicious there.
Somebody's got to play those Japanese erotic role-playing games, and it might as well be the Hefner. Wait, I have to go log on to Steam.
Getting steamy in here.
Much like you, Thomas, other people have more than one computer in a room.
There you go.
1, 2, 3.
So Wednesdays, the Redacted Report, and then Saturdays, this Saturday, we're excited. Rime of the Frost Maiden. James has finally decided to stop working. James and Tassi have finally, and I guess most of that cast could be at any given time out. So Rhyme is going to be there the usual time, sometime.
Yeah. You know what? When that notification hits your inbox,
there you go.
That's when we're live.
And watch. So Rime of the Frost Maiden. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I love the way that James runs a table, and so watching James play D&D, he brings just a glee and a joy to it that I really enjoy. And then Saturday evening, it's us again because we don't have anywhere else to go. I mean, what are we going to do? So we will be here playing Call of Cthulhu once again. Let's see, I didn't get a chance yet to mention Birds of Paradise, the official dice of the Great Dane Society. These suckers, again, here's a normal D10. There are the Saguaros. Look at that. Those are big. We love Birds of Paradise. And our friends at Nord Games, who do all sorts of cool stuff and give you a chance to buy D&D stuff and not give wizards money, which is always awesome. And last but not least, until somebody else says they have something, one on our Patreon, which you should all be part of. Our Patreon is wonderful. It's a real community, and one of the amusing / heartwarming, and I use the word heartwarming very rarely, so enjoy it when I do. Parts of it is that our media overlords set up a forum in our Patreon for technical support. Like if you were having problems with the Patreon, go there, or with the not Patreon, what's the word I'm looking, Discord. That's the word I'm looking for.
The Discord.
If you go on the Discord and you go to support, what it's turned into is who needs a hug? It's an emotional support forum. So, which is wonderful. Like there's all sorts of wonderful stories on there. And I just wanted to very quickly give a shout out to Emily of Three Kingdoms, who got some awful news about one of her family members, and is probably not with us tonight because of that. But you know, we know way too much about each other on that Discord, and I am so happy that you care enough about all of these wonderful people to tell them about the things that are going on in your life, the good things and the bad things, because when something bad like that happens, we're here to support you. And so, Emily, so sorry to hear about what's going on, and we are thinking happy and good thoughts for you. And I think it's time, speaking of happy and good thoughts, it is time for America's second favorite segment. Oh, wait. So
Amy reads Thomas's handwriting.
Actually, this is really other than Amy eats Thomas's food, Amy reads Thomas's handwriting is like my favorite segment. So, Amy, do some math for us.
Oh God. Again, so just to give everyone some perspective, we usually have a very fat marker that Thomas writes all of this stuff down on a whiteboard, or at least I do, but I know what I wrote. So he gets this thin marker that I think is permanent, which also concerns me, but whatever. We'll let that slide. Whiteboards are cheap.
We're going to get the same bits next week.
Exactly. And again and again. Slurdy2.
You know.
I know who it is, but you wrote Slurdy2.
Slurdy2
500 gives
that was my
500 to the DM, 500 to the players. Everything's fine.
That V actually does look like a U. I will admit that.
Every thug is fine as well, according to this board.
Every thug is fine.
Yeah.
Tanayo Torga, that's fine too. I like it better. I don't know about anybody else.
That's the name of my next D&D character.
Tanayo Tora.
Tanaya Torgo.
I don't even know what the hell this word is. So it's 500 to not be.
To be not afraid.
Oh, but it looks like to be not afford.
Well, you know.
You don't want to be a Ford either.
Yeah. Apparently he's a Chevy guy. Who knew?
500 to Ezra, the OG evil overlord. Actually, that I could read clearly. Well, no, not really. It's because it's overlord with two A's.
Which is really more appropriate, let's be honest.
Yeah. The OG overlord with 2 A's.
Whoa, wow. It's like Norwegian.
Norwegian, yeah.
Then there's Tan, nothing after it. Just Tan.
Just well, that's also a good note for me. You know,
I was halfway through writing Tamago Toro, and I was like, oh, it's right above. I don't need to actually write that down.
All right, and
so,
then
yeah.
what?
Okay.
Then the Hefner. I hope there's 2 R's in the Hefner, right?
There could be.
Let's double check that later.
What?
1,000 biffs.
Biffs.
That is clearly bits.
I know, but it looks like an F. It's biffs. It's 1,000 biffs. Lil.
1 colon 1.
1 and 1. Yeah.
So let's actually. I was defending myself during all of that, so I forgot to pull out.
I think it's 3 for me and 4 for y'all.
So Tamago Toro, the 1 for you. Tamago Toro, the 1 for us. Tamago Slithy Tove, one for us,
Slurpy toe.
one for you.
Slurpy toe.
The Hefner with one for you.
I had slurpy toe a couple of years ago. Some antibiotics. Cleared it right up.
So, yeah, I was like, is it a fungal medication that you had to take?
Ask your doctor if slurpy toe.
An unwritten late edition Duke Fleeg with 500 bits to the players. Thank you,
and
Your Grace.
Even later edition Dead Boy coming in.
Ooh, woo! Rolling in there to the Jonesy.
The Jonesy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she needs love too. The real kind you get from blacksmithing and not from driving the shaggin' wagon.
I don't know if you can see my eyelid twitching.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah. You know, I had blocked that from my memory.
That's weird.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I have
that
a horrible feeling Dead Boy is writing fanfic now.
The rocking of the shaggin' wagon with these cheap pillows rubbing against my back.
We don't want to know about it anymore.
Did anybody? Oh my God. I mean, how has it been? Did we talk about the mouse erotica yet?
Yes.
Oh no, thank you. You're right.
Oh, it didn't work.
So if you're just joining us, last week, so you know what we're going to do now? We are going to come up with the topic of Duke Fleeg's thing every week. But how are we going to top mouse erotica is the question.
Can't.
To him.
So Duke Fleeg, you magnificent bastard, you ran. You made, not only is it mouse erotica, it was noir mouse erotica.
Yes, exactly. First off, that's a story I actually want to see. So, you know.
I'm not sure anybody wants to see mouse erotica. Sure. That would be, but
the missing uncle, I mean, it's.
Every week on his Facebook page, Duke Fleeg posts, Frederick Hollander, author, I think it is.
Yeah.
He posts but that's not his real name, strangely. It's
Duke Fleeg.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, his real name is Armin Shimmerstein. But Duke Fleeg writes a short story every week. And last week, due to some unfortunate jokes that I have a statement from Titan Media Collective here. They want me to make it clear that Titan Media Collective in no way endorses, supports, or condones any sexual activity with rodents.
What about between rodents?
If they consent. So he took that ball and ran with it, despite really all common sense. And he posted a film noir mouse erotica story on his page. So, all right. So this week, I think he needs a real challenge. I want
mouse erotica.
I want Galactica 80 fanfic. Because, like, 7 people total have seen Galactica 80. And B, it was terrible.
I love it.
So that's this week's challenge, Galactica 80 fanfic. Which, like, at some point in this whole thing, Duke Fleeg is just going to turn into, like, Marvin, the android from the brain the size of a planet, and I'm writing Galactica 80 fanfic.
Yeah.
Dance.
So, counterpoint to that point.
Oh, you're going to say Galactica 80 was good?
No, I'm just going to say, maybe we see what organically happens during the show, much like the mouse erotica. It wasn't a directive. It was
you do not want to be involved.
Occurring.
You do not in any way want to be involved in inorganic mouse erotica.
Now we're putting Google's translator to the text.
That's just early cyberpunk, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you followed us this far, so why not follow us down darker trails? Oh, I surprised him.
Can't get darker than this.
Too.
I don't think we're back. Okay, we're back.
Are we? Okay.
Show's running itself. It's running itself.
So Thomas was so upset. Actually, he's taking a call at this moment from Titan Media Collective. They are very upset. Apparently, I was not aware of this. Titan Media Collective owns the broadcasting rights to Galactica 80. And so we're gonna have to not write about that because we love Titan Media Collective. So Thomas is just taking a call from them very quickly, and he will come back with a full beverage and duly chastised. And thank you, Thomas, for taking the heat for me there.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a squirrel with something stuck in your cheek.
So he's trying to bite his tongue so he doesn't say anything.
No. We're gonna, there are hot tub streamers. We're gonna become like eat on camera streamers, and we're just gonna,
There's just a lot of this.
That would be, that would be funny if we dubbed in voices of just people. Like, that would be. All right, so last week, some things happened, some words were said, some people were shot, mostly dead people. And so you traveled to, already forgotten the guy's name. Did I write it down?
Sedgwick?
This is Lyle Sedgwick. Lyle and Sarah Sedgwick. You traveled to the old Sedgwick place and you found out that Lyle and Sarah were both unfortunately dead, but they were both ghosts. And it turns out that Elias Jackson can see ghosts. And Lyle asked you to recover his wife's body, who had been absconded by ne'er-do-wells. You found her body in a church a couple days away. Unfortunately, her body was a revenant of some sort, just a physical manifestation of vengeance. And it was trying to kill all of you, along with some gunmen that she had killed that were undead, and one preacher, a living copy of the preacher. The preacher is dead. He was killed by the Revenant, I think, or one of the undead guys. You all fled. You wrapped the body up in a blanket and you have it tied. You are tying it as we speak to the back of the wagon. And one of you, among all the poor choices you've all made, one of you made the exceedingly poor choice to go back into the church after everything was done. And you went in and you found Elias was confronted once again by a biblical angel, a swirling miasma of somehow concentric and non-concentric rings and eyeballs, and there are some pyramids in there. Just a bizarre cloud of orderly chaos. And you are standing before this vision as it floats over the altar, and it said, "Be not afraid." And Elias, what do you do?
I am just gonna back out, just slowly back out, not saying a word to it.
As you back out, it says, "Trust not the replicants." And that's the last thing you hear as you back out the door.
Yeah, back out the door, get slowly speed walk my way back to that wagon.
Are you going to look in the window at all or anything?
No, I think everything's taken care of in there. All done.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
All right. So you come up as they are hitching this very uncooperative revenant who is wrapped in several bedrolls to the back of the wagon. When she was on the altar, it seemed like only one arm was moving, but now like the whole body is just writhing and wriggling and fighting.
What happened to the feed bag? I thought we were going to stuff her in a feed bag. I thought we were talking about that last night.
Fold it in half.
That was a lot easier when the body wasn't moving and trying to kill you.
Jared, do you happen to have dynamite on you?
If I say yes.
His thighs are cold.
No, I was just gonna wrap up everything we did in that church. Wrap it up,
blow up the
put
church.
a nice little bow on it.
Not sure how I feel about that, actually.
Alas, what's going on?
You want to make a persuade roll?
There's one of those angel things in there.
The things you saw before?
Yeah, same.
Is this thing secured?
Ish.
I can get this. I can get this.
Yeah, let's leave. Staying in the church. I'll look over at the church. Is it staying in the church?
I mean, you haven't seen anything come out of the church.
You know what? Why don't we just leave it? Let's just go. Bob. Is there a horse named Bob? I don't know. Bob, let's go.
Was bobbing along. Yeah.
It is now.
Because you shot one of them before and it didn't do anything, right?
Oh, no. It like went right through it or around it, or like it split apart around it. No. Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
But if this church has been tainted somehow, should we blow it?
I mean, the last time Allah saw one of these things, it was following the other preacher around. So these things seem to show up where these preachers are.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's a lot to unpack here.
Other preacher?
Oh, you didn't see, did you?
Let's
deal with that later.
You guys can talk in the wagon while I drive here.
I'm not
right.
I'm not on the wagon. I'm on my horse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I have my own horse.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
So you guys start to ride. You remember it was a day and a half, I think. And so you're going to have to camp on your way there, which, the Shaggin' Wagon makes the Shaggin' Wagon makes easier. The Vengeance Spirit makes less easy.
Well, maybe.
Or you could just go straight through, maybe.
Yeah, maybe since last time we were worried about what was going to be there, maybe this time we just push through the night, dig a hole, get this thing in the ground.
Yeah, so I can have my lantern on the horse in front of the wagon, so that at least the draft horses aren't totally in the dark.
Okay. Who else is on a horse?
Me.
Okay. And are you gonna ride up in front with the light,
or watch behind in the back?
I think I'm going to be behind, partially because I can see pretty well in the dark because of my.
You can see very well in the dark. Yes. All right. So, round about 2 a.m, Jared and Abe, are you in? Abe's probably asleep.
Yeah, I was going to say my intent was to stay awake, prop myself up with the pillows, and have my gun pointed just in case that thing pops up from the back.
You're pointing the gun in my direction. Fun.
Sure.
There's no way this can go wrong.
You know that I'm like this right now.
Yeah. And Jared, are you on the roof? Are you in the wagon?
There's no. Again, this is a tent. There's no roof.
Sorry, tent. You're right. Yeah.
Are
you sitting shotgun?
Shotgun.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Abe, if you want, you can make a constitution roll to try and stay awake, or you can just be asleep.
No, that's not Abe's jam. Abe's just gonna go with it and just be
Sure.
like, I'm sleepy now.
Yeah. All right. Susanna, you see clear as day that the Revenant is like wriggling off the out of, like, essentially it's rolled up in bedrolls, and it has been working its way, and it is like maybe a third of its body is now out of the bedroll as it's just like worming out, constant squirming.
I'm gonna like stick my fingers in my mouth and let out a piercing whistle and yell, "Hey!"
All right, Jonesy and Jared make a listen roll, and Elias make one with a. Well, no, you know what? There's no wind.
I'm really close.
Yeah,
I'm not
good.
that far behind them.
Yeah.
So you all hear a whistle.
All right. Stop.
Do we get the? Oh, I've already checked it off.
I'm going to stop.
Oh, listen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so yeah, this thing. Susanna, make me a luck roll.
Okay. What is my luck currently? Oh, pretty good. Oh, I still just made it 72.
Okay. Luckily for you, it is the back end of the Revenant that is worming its way out. So its legs, it's probably out to its almost its waist now.
All right. I go run back around. I'm going to tie it up, with rope.
No, so the rolls are tied. Like it has bed rolls tied around it. It's just constantly like moving, and it's quite strong, and it's just, over the course of 7 hours, it has worked its way out.
Can we shove it back in? Just
I mean, so it's going to fight you the whole way, but you really need to like take it out and redo the whole thing.
We tied the arms separately, right? Because that was the whole. We stopped and did that,
right?
Yeah. I'll hop off of my horse, ground tie it, and come up to help Jonesy and be like, I think we're going to have to redo the whole roll up, and if we do, we should probably actually tie the damn thing's legs.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll hold it.
Yeah,
down.
Peter, do that.
Okay. All right, the three of you that are.
Have we tried talking to it?
No, you have not.
What is her name?
Sarah.
Maybe somebody. Oh gosh.
You're the one who sees ghosts.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're the one who has the words.
And it was your suggestion.
Oh gosh.
I mean, if you've got a question.
I'm gonna get off my horse. Tie it to Susanna's horse.
My horse is ground tied. So.
And mine's
tied to yours. He ties it to the leg of your horse.
Hey, Sarah.
So as you come up on this, you see the bride with Jared sort of laying on top of the legs to keep them from kicking. Its arms are bound in front of it, but they're like thrashing, and it's trying to bite anything that comes near it.
Okay, we're gonna put you to rest. We're gonna release your spirit. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Vengeance!
They've been vengeanced. You have succeeded.
You do
nothing.
Not, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick correction, because its arms are not bound in front of it, because one of its arms is actually separate.
Well, that's right. One of its arms got tore off.
So like it got tied behind it.
Behind the back, yeah.
And then the other one is just lashed to its midsection or something.
Yeah, it's just flailing around. Actually, that's probably what was getting it out.
It's pushing you in the other direction. So yeah, you can get it in there. It's just going to take time.
Right.
Going to
So
be
I think,
long.
I mean, if this is the case, you guys start this. I'm going to start a campfire so we can camp here.
Well, we're gonna.
No. We have to push on.
We're going through.
Get there. We're gonna dig. We're gonna put heavy rocks on this thing.
My concern is that if we do stop to rest, this is just going to happen again in 7 to 8 hours, and we'll have to do it again before we take off again in the morning. Let's just go.
Okay.
If we have time for food, maybe, but I don't think so.
All right. So you
Turkey.
you'll keep marching on. Jonesy, make me a carriage roll or a wagon drive or whatever you're.
It's
Drive.
Where is it? Drive coach. There it is. Ooh, no, I'm getting tired. I got a 92.
Okay. It's not a fumble, so you
No,
don't hit a
but
rut or anything.
I'm
The
getting
wagon,
tired.
But yeah, you are definitely like nodding. And Susanna, you or actually Jared, you would notice that like a few times the wagon starts to like and kind of pull and
I mean, I don't know if we need to be pushing the horses this much either. I think maybe we all need a rest.
I mean, we're close by now. Jonesy, you want me to take over?
Have you driven horses before?
Sure.
All right. I will be happy to take a nap.
Not very far, not at night. That's not what I say. The night is actually not a problem for me.
You're fine.
I was gonna say you can see in the dark better than I can.
So about day and a half. So you're going straight through. So about let's say 10 in the morning, you will come upon the Sedgwick house. And Susanna, you see the closer you get to the Sedgwick house, the less the bride thrashes.
That's reassuring.
And Elias, you see Lyle standing outside the barn, just like, sort of in a tableau, kind of backlit as he watches you guys ride up.
I'll kind of ride ahead.
Okay.
And hop off the horse up near the barn.
Ask if he's picked a spot.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna do.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, great minds. Lyle, I think that we have recovered Sarah. Where on the property do you think is the best place for this? Where would you like to be, or where do you think she would like to be?
And he'll take you to there's like a plot of ground behind the barn that is, he says, I think right here will be fine, close to the house. My body is in the house. Maybe now Sarah will let you in.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know how it works. I don't know if you have to put the body to rest.
I don't either. I guess we can try. Let's try. We can and then kind of wave everyone over.
Okay.
And go find it. There's no shovels anywhere to be found.
Put them all out of the barn because those could have been used against us.
Lyle asks you to remove all of the stuff from Sarah.
Yeah.
It's like untie it and back away very quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna take a shovel and be like,
I can dig and make it nice.
Yeah, I can dig too, but don't we want to untie once we get the hole ready?
Yeah. Is she quiet now? Is she just not moving now?
The body is it's twitching, but it's not. He says, I'd like to see my wife.
Right.
Prepare him.
Yeah.
Let's dig the hole first.
Yeah.
Let's do that part. So I'll.
He is going to be over by the bedrolls, and it looks like he's maybe just whispering or something, and he's kind of stroking the bedroll, and he's speaking in a very quiet voice.
Digging a hole.
All right, yeah, you dig the hole. You dig the hole, no problem.
Are we digging two or just one?
Well, start with the one.
One big hole would save us.
Yeah, let's do one big hole so they can both be in. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. As so at some point somebody comes up to get the bride, and Lyle doesn't notice you for a minute, and he's just whispering constantly to the bride, "It's okay, you're at peace. You're at peace, not long, Sarah."
I think I'm gonna just have my rifle out, just in case.
That's fair.
All right.
We give them a gun salute.
There it is. It's that time of night.
Oh, the welcome in. I'm assuming the welcome in has welcomed themselves in. Well, welcome in. And since we got raided, we're going to do a giveaway for 2 of the silver bullet tumblers that we have. That, I have somewhere else.
There you go.
So we're going to do a giveaway. Thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate your joining us. Are we going to do that right now, Thomas? Do you want to?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
we need to check with Titan Media Collective.
Enter #Chaos for a chance to win a pair of whiskey tumblers that feature the name of our amazing saloon, the Silver Bullets.
All right, there you go. So #Chaos right now to win those. And then at the break, we're going to give away a set of Birds of Paradise. So stick around for that too. So #Chaos right now to get those cool tumblers. The tumblers are continental US. Is that?
Yes. That is our current shipping availability is the continental US.
I tell you what, if somebody that isn't in the continental US wins, I'll buy them a PDF of the Call of Cthulhu coloring book.
There you go.
There we go. That's something fun.
I was going to say a PDF of the tumblers, but okay.
We'll send you the logo that we sent to printing.
So if, like I said, if somebody from not continental US wins, we'll do that and then we'll redraw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you right now, our heroes are trying to bury a revenant, a spirit of vengeance, and you. Lyle is just sort of stroking the bedroll that covers his wife. And, it won't be long now. You'll be at peace.
All right. Should we go into the house now?
Well, no, let's.
Yeah, let's.
I got some.
I'm gonna.
We can get her partly buried.
Lyle, are you? Were you and Sarah Christian, or religious of some sort?
We were. We read the Bible.
Okay, let's fashion a small cross.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Get that at the head of.
You can do that with boards and with wire.
All right. No problem. You make a nice little cross, and Lyle appreciates that.
What signe immer.
Rifle out just in case. And
yeah, and I'll wait until I see Elias casually ready with that rifle before I begin undoing the bedroll bundle that is the Revenant.
Okay. Lyle is just like Elias. You see, Lyle is just floating there, waiting to see his wife. And when the bedroll opens, Lyle's ghost kind of takes a step back at the desiccated, spirit of vengeance that's missing an arm. That has an arm like tied to its waist. And he just, Sarah. And then he goes towards the kitchen door. And you hear him say, "Sarah, it's time. Come on out." And he brings his wife out through the door. And he brings the spirit of his wife to the body of his wife. And And she looks down at this revenant and she starts crying. And she looks at him and she says, "So it all really happened?" And it turns out it's really hard for ghosts to hug. But Lyle is trying like hell to hold his wife. And he looks at you, Elias, and he says, "Please bury us."
I go get Belly.
All right, yeah, it's easy to find his body. It is he was shot in the stomach and kind of just left to, he made his way back here, and died in like in the living room, essentially, like on the floor. But you bring out his body and you as you're burying them, Elias, the ghosts start to fade, and Lyle looks.
Before they start to go, I go, Lyle, is there is there a will someplace, or any who gets this property, or what happens to it? Do you have a will and a next of kin for me to find?
We were homesteaders, and we didn't, our kids all died in as when they were young. So, it's for somebody else now.
Okay. No hidden gold anywhere.
If you can think of a respectful way to ask that question that will not reactivate the revenant,
We could ask if there was anything that they would mind if we had anything to remind ourselves of this, or if they had something to give us for the burial.
I'm just imagining the revenant like leaping out of the grave and tackling someone.
If however you would like to ask this ghost to pay you for burying it, you are welcome to try.
Okay, let's. Does anyone want to say a few words?
I would say the only thing I know of saying at graveside: "Gott signe Sie immer." God bless you always.
And Susanna will say the Lord's Prayer as she's helping, bury it, because that's a thing that you do for a Christian burial, I guess. It's been a minute since I've been to one.
Elias, you knew him better than the rest of us.
You saw him.
Yeah.
And heard him.
What can I say? He was accurate with his bales of hay and his instruments of farming.
Devoted husband.
Yes.
Loving spirit.
Guy who pushed people off of ladders.
Yes.
Devoted. Yeah.
All right. And so the ghosts, as you bury them, the ghosts of Lyle and Sarah fade away, and you hear almost inaudibly, Elias, you just hear a thank you. And you each get 2 luck back for doing that nice thing and for burying them so well.
And we look over and we see Hayden Christensen, We're like, what? No, why?
We're gonna stick with the original. I still have the VHSs. And it's a little bit of a somber ride back to Reno, but it takes you about 8 hours, so you'll get into Reno that night.
I'm actually going to recommend that we stay the night here, because we know it's a safe-ish place now, and I don't know about everyone else, but I'm fucking tired.
That was going to come up, the fact that you have stayed up all last night.
So,
pull some water up, get some baths going.
Yeah, settle into this place. It's, dusty as hell, but now is safe, and we can get some rest before heading back to Reno.
Just avoid the blood stains in the living room.
Well, but the longer that we're here, the more we can charge too. Just pointing that out.
And do they have anything that Anything that stays? Because not that I don't love pork and beans, but
they don't. There's really
maybe
not.
they got the pickled vegetables.
So there's some root vegetables that are, you know, a little stringy, but are doing all right. Some potatoes and that sort of thing. So yeah, you managed to have a little more substantial food. You know, you've got your salted meat and stuff like that. So you make a nice little stew, and you spend a night in a place that feels strangely safe now. It went from, you know, feeling very dangerous to feeling very safe. And yeah.
Were there any documents or anything around that, you know?
You're gonna case the place? Is that your?
Well, I mean, just information, you know, that might be around.
You know, there was not a lot. You'll find a title to the house. And, you know, you'll find probably like, depending, well, if you, I mean, yeah, that you find that without like casing the place, but, you know, you figure like, unless you're going to like check in his boots, you know, and go through all that stuff, you know, there's nothing under the mattress or anything like that. So last chance, #chaos to be entered to win those 2 tumblers. We're going to draw those shortly. And you will head back to Reno the next morning. And you will you'll make it back to Reno in the late afternoon, and you can sort of, you know, relax for a little bit. Gabe will tell you that there was
Marshal, there was someone here looking for you. Another lawman.
It wouldn't what's his name, the sheriff here.
No, it wasn't Dangle.
Thank you. It wasn't Sheriff Dangle. Did the other person leave a name?
No, they've been coming back every night.
Well, then I reckon I'll run into them tonight. Thank you.
I'll point out the Federale when I see him.
I appreciate it.
All right. So yeah, you have your bar that night is hopping.
Hey, Ezra, before we get to that.
Oh yeah, draw.
I think we're going to open up. Let's do this drawing now.
All right. So #chaos, last chance for those awesome tumblers.
Have to wait for that. People actually hear the last chance. All right. And Parker Bliss. Congratulations.
Nice. Yeah, that's right, Bob Clancy. You don't get to enter.
Oh.
You know, we reset our entries in like 2 days. So 3 days.
She's waiting for a tea contest.
We're waiting for some tea. Let's do this canal.
Congratulations, Parker Bliss, on winning those. If you would whisper, I think it's whisper. If you would,
we will whisper you.
All right, Thomas is whispering carelessly. All right. It is so yeah, it is evening. The bar is full. Let's see, who was it last? I don't remember who it was last time. Jared, you at one point find yourself at the bar with
alcohol.
With alcohol, yes. But with a Chinese woman with an Irish accent. And she just, she chats with you briefly, politely.
Okay.
And you now that you think about it, she's been in the bar here and there. She seems to come in, somewhat regularly.
I think I recall she keeps looking for a particular kind of whiskey.
Yes, she does not like she does not like the whiskey options.
Well, I got some whiskey. Never mind. I won't do that to one of our customers.
After talking with you for a little bit, she walks off, and you as she walks off, she's just, may the road rise to meet you, may the wind, and she just kind of wanders off into the night, singing to herself. There are, you're starting to learn some regulars that come in the bar, and recognize people, and so you're building up a clientele. And about 9 o'clock, Gabe, Susanna, Gabe points to you surprisingly subtly for a large bearded man in a showgirl dress. He points out a clear, just a guy who screams lawman.
Right. I'll glance at the federale and then nod to Gabe a little bit, and didn't just sort of lean back against the bar and just watch this person sipping my drink, because this person's looking for me. They can come to me.
Apparently not, because he rolled 100 on his spot hidden. So this guy is super obviously just looking around the bar.
I'll give him a few moments of looking like an idiot because it amuses me, and then finish up my drink, set the glass down on the bar, and push myself up and walk over to him.
All right, you actually scare him. Marshall, it's good to see you. And this guy looks familiar to you.
Okay.
You think he's another Marshall?
All right. But I can't place his name.
Nah.
All right.
But he'll tell you his name he's Marshall Collins. Jim Collins.
Okay. Be like, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Marshall Collins. How can I help you?
Marshall Deshane, the judge, I'm from up in Cheyenne, and the judge sent me down here because we caught Jim Hensley. And, given all of what you reported about what happened on that train with Marshall Jennings, we thought
Eldritch Math.
We thought we that you would want to bring him in to San Francisco.
Where is he?
He's in Cheyenne. He's at the court. He's in the jail there. He's I don't think he's a risk to anybody. These last few months haven't been easy on him, clearly.
Anything in particular, or just being locked up?
I think he jumped off a moving train and tried to survive in the Nevada wilderness for a couple months, and he basically walked overland to Wyoming. So, he's seen better days. But he needs to go to the federal court in San Francisco, the district court.
Yeah, I am interested in doing that. I'll have to have a word with my co-proprietors of this place, see if any of them wanna come along as backup. I imagine you have other things to be doing.
I'm meeting some men here in Reno, but I will be here for several days, and you can always wire Judge Garrick in Cheyenne.
All right. Well, I really do appreciate you coming all this way to offer this. It's been a thorn in my side that Marshall Nash didn't get proper justice.
Well, it was clear from your report how you felt about how things went down. And, from your report, we thought none of the Hensleys survived.
I wasn't sure he'd survived either.
And so, we'll get it set up, and, we can get you passage. And if you want to bring a posse, bring a posse, but we'll get you set up with passage to Cheyenne and out to San Francisco.
All right. Whereabouts are you staying that I can contact you if I need anything?
I'm staying in that weird boat hotel.
Oh, the Duchess. Yeah.
Yeah, the Duchess. That's right.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird establishment, but
really loud.
Lots of shouting all hours of the day and night.
Yeah, not a very well. What are you gonna do?
Well, I can recommend the Backup Hotel. It's generally pretty quiet over there.
What's a Backup Hotel?
That's the name of the place.
Oh, the name of the place is the Backup Hotel?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Well,
someone had a very wry sense of humor about the whole thing.
Unfortunately, the men I'm meeting are staying at the Duchess, so.
All right. Well, again, I appreciate it. Can I buy you a drink?
That would be great. Hey, weird question. Do you speak Spanish?
I don't, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's I wouldn't say no to a whiskey. We can drink to Nash's memory.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. And I'll take him over to the bar and gesture at Gabe for 2 drinks.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it the evening will go on, and probably at close of the night, maybe everybody's together, and Susanna, you can make a pitch.
Well, and yeah, is it just the 5 of us?
Yeah, Gabe is cleaning up.
All right. Well, another marshal wanted to have a chat with me. That was the gentleman that I was talking to earlier today, and apparently it's Jim Hensley.
Jim Hensley. He was the ringleader of the Hensley gang.
Right. Jim Hensley, the fellow who was leading the gang that Marshall Nash was bringing in on that train, he's been caught, and I didn't think
he survived.
He survived. Not entirely sure how.
So, they said he jumped off the train.
Okay.
So, excuse me. So, some people, like a couple of the outlaws must have jumped, or at least one of the outlaws jumped off the train before all the craziness, or during all the craziness.
Before a toothed creature
yes,
came
that's right.
through.
Before they were devoured.
From what they were saying, he jumped off the train while it was moving and then was living off of the land for a couple of months. He's in Cheyenne, Wyoming now. And they read my report about what happened and picked up that I very much admired Marshall Nash, and so wanted to offer me the opportunity to move him from Cheyenne, Wyoming to San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, there's a federal court there, and he's high enough profile that he needs to be in front of a federal court.
But there are also Chinese massage parlors.
Well,
yeah, I think so. I've never been.
There are also
they're a cut above. Not quite Swedish massage parlor, but definitely. Actually, no, I would say probably equally as good.
We talking about San Francisco?
Yeah.
I'm talking about massage parlors. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I heard from someone werewolf infestation.
Yeah, there's a potential werewolf infestation.
Okay.
What?
No,
Werewolf?
You ever had a werewolf massage? Because
those claws, though, they'd go right through you.
I was going to say it's only once a month.
I'm just going to leave that one alone.
Nobody knows.
This should be a relatively straightforward prisoner transport, according to what they were saying. The Hensley is not in good shape. He's been living off the land for a few months, and not everyone is suited to that kind of life. And I'd imagine that he's a little bit shell-shocked. No, that word doesn't exist yet. A little bit messed up in the head from everything that would have happened in that car before he went diving.
Yeah.
What is that face, Ezra?
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Nick is right. Duke Fleeg, werewolf massage parlor. That is your story.
Monday.
That
holiday episode.
Next on a very special.
Oh, that's horrible.
Werewolf massage. You know, maybe you go into the complications of being a werewolf who massages people. Maybe it's a werewolf who wants a massage. Ooh. Maybe there's a whole other word. You're the idea. Look, we're just giving you the thing. You're the genius. Make the magic happen.
We are the idea men, not the one who makes it happen.
Right.
Bad idea machine.
Yes, the bad idea machine. Yes, well, but that's where miracles happen, right? Bad idea machine.
I want to call this episode "We're the Bad Idea Machine."
Pretty accurate.
Thomas, you asked the young woman's name. The Pinkerton agent was Renee.
Oh, that's right, Renee.
Don't remember her last name. Maybe she didn't have one. If she didn't, you'll come up with it.
Cool.
Elias had a fling with a Pinkerton agent who came through, named Renee, and there was a
good for you, old man. Good for you, old chap.
A potential misunderstanding about unions and werewolves, and it's a natural. It's an honest mistake anyone would make.
So, should all of us go to do this job, or? So stay and take care of the bar while you get some posse together or something? How is this going to work?
Honestly, I don't know if I need a posse in the traditional sense. The Hensley gang is pretty much dead. Everyone who was still in there died. How many skeletons were there? Do you remember? It's been a while.
I think it was 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so
everybody make me, while Susanna's saying this, everybody make me let's call it an intelligence roll.
Myself included, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Critical success.
Right. Anybody who makes it, as Susanna's saying, I probably don't need a posse, is remembering, some sort of horrible flying thing that may or may not have been blown up with dynamite, but probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about
that was a whole separate can of worms or can of gnats or flesh-eating beetles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it was attached to that tablet thing.
Well, there's also the owner of that tablet who also got thrown from the train.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see if they didn't connect out in the wilderness.
Well, also the owner of that tablet was slowly liquefying as he flung himself from the train.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the short answer is if this is a normal prisoner transport like it should be, I shouldn't need a posse. I've done 100 of these. However, I don't think he was the only member of the Hensley gang to survive. So he's high enough profile that if any other members of his gang are still alive, they might try to break him out. B, all of the things that we've been not talking about with the train.
Yeah.
C, I'm packing my essential oils. I'll be back.
Well, it sounds like Abe's in. Anyone else?
Abe's just excited to not be in the shaggin' wagon, be on a train again.
So, I mean, I don't think that it's a bad idea that some of us stay. It would be, but I also agree that we probably need some people to go. I mean, looking around this bar, I mean, what about that person over there? They've been here a few nights. I mean, if we need to, was that vague enough?
We
can get another Jared, right? I mean,
Yeah, so this is a time when if you wanted to introduce a backup character to go along, we could totally do that. We've had you've got like staff who are working, you've got a couple people who are working in the bar. I know some of you had backup character ideas that you wanted to put out there, so if you wanted to do that, we totally could. Or if you want to.
Well, I don't exactly have that option because Susanna's going. I could theoretically bring Jake in, but he's more of a messenger boy. So I will decline introducing my backup character at the moment.
But whatever happened to that band that was supposed to play?
The jug band?
Otters? Oh, they did great. They were awesome.
Jug band?
Oh, no. They're not supposed to show up until the werewolf attack. That's all right. I'll save them for that. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to rush that.
They came in once for your practice and they were great. And so, you're excited to have them come in every once in a while and do something so that it isn't just piano.
So the werewolf attack was okay too? What happened? I don't.
The werewolf attack was strangely missing. Jared, the whole time the band was playing, Jared just had his hand on his gun, watching the door.
I was told by someone that this band
werewolves hate jug bands.
Werewolf attack. So.
Right. Well, it sounds like Abe is coming with me, if only just because he wants to go see the big city over on the West Coast.
Cheyenne?
No,
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
The exotic delights of San Francisco.
In 1870.
Well, Elias, what do you think? You want to stay here and keep running your newspaper?
I'm sure that I have a date waiting for me in San Francisco.
With a werewolf.
Well, with a werewolf hunter.
All right.
So that's a hairy situation.
Jared, what do you think?
Honest to God, does holy water work? Because if it's like the last train ride we had,
I think that if we're talking about werewolves, I think they're more silver.
No, I'm talking about the bug creature that devoured.
I have no idea. I only saw it very briefly.
Well, no, I won't bore you with the details.
I somehow suspect that those details aren't boring.
Regardless,
right.
I suppose against better judgment, I could accompany you.
I think since we're having this conversation, I think Jared, that angel who was in the church when I went in at the end said, be not afraid, which I was ready for, I guess. But what I wasn't ready for is when it told me, what did it say? Don't trust the replicants.
The replicants are not to be trusted.
Yeah, the replicants are not to be trusted.
Out of character, I was fighting to jump in there and be like, you can't trust those angels, but
first off, there's no way I am trusting an angel that looks like that. In my mind, they've got fancy lingerie and wings.
Also in San Francisco.
Yes.
Get on the train.
You guys said you saw the preacher. The preacher died with a second face on its stomach, and then you saw another one.
Saw another preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the church there. That's who was doing the rites for the dead body.
Looked like our insane friend back in Stillwater, and sounded like him. I mean, it was as much like. That preacher was as much like the one in Stillwater as our first Jared is to this one.
So, do you know anything about that, Jared?
Yeah, I was trying to warn you before. If you saw someone else who looked like me or like the preacher or like that young girl, the things the things that are making the copies, if they're under their control, they might turn against us.
Us or you?
And that was also a very vague statement.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, the angel didn't seem to attack, but it was drawn to that preacher multiple times, and I don't know if
they're looking for bodies.
What are they looking to do with them?
To inhabit them. Okay. They use us like shells or like puppets. That's what happened to that little girl.
So why didn't that happen back in Stillwater? Because you saw one of them things, right?
The angel, yeah.
There was a preacher there and there was a Jared there, and didn't see a little girl there, but
maybe that preacher was already full.
Oof.
Maybe that's why he was a preacher. He had one of them inside of him already.
Well, there's a second face, and there was also the thing growing in him.
Yeah.
That was full up. That was no vacancy.
Well, then why didn't it try to take over Jared?
He had a shotgun, and
as you so ably demonstrated, the bullets don't seem to work against them.
So, yeah, I don't know. We've seen some strange things.
We certainly have.
But in all fairness, if those things are taking over the ones like me, well, maybe I'm biased, but I don't trust them very much.
Is that, I don't mean this in the wrong way, but is there a way you could get like a tattoo on your face, or some way for us to know that it's you?
Like a code word.
And he bleeds.
He does bleed.
That's not great. Not so. Although face tattoo equally not as.
We could probably give you something like on the corner of your shoulder or something.
At least you didn't try to brand me or something. But,
I did briefly consider that, and then thought, no, Jared wouldn't like that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, a code word.
All right, so
go ahead.
Over the course of 2 days, you're going to get ready to go.
Actually, before we do that,
we're not going to pick a code word.
Yeah, we'll over the break. Jonesy, what do you think about? Were you thinking of Stan?
I'm sorry, I didn't ask you, Jonesy. We got derailed onto the angel talk.
No, I hear you. I this has been a lot. There's been so many things. That revenant thing that attacked. I've been looking for my bigger hammer, and it's been here all along. But we shall talk more. And if you want me to go, I will go. But maybe pounding on metal would be better for me, especially if you're going to the place and talking about your Marshall friend who died. And yeah.
Is because to be perfectly honest with you, all of us leaving this place with that guy over at the Silver Anchor, I kind of worry about the bar sometimes.
Agreed. And yes, I like working behind the bar, and I like being able to throw out the people who are too drunk. I know it's bad.
Well, and having one of us who actually owns the place here, keeping an eye on things, is a good idea.
So if you think that you might want to stay, I could run an advertisement in the next edition. Looking for. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, you need somebody. You need somebody who can drive the wagon.
Yeah, because you drive our wagon.
Well, you've already. So it could be not to take all of the artifice out of this, but your backup character is probably already working in the stables at this point.
Okay.
And so, do you want to do an introduction? Let me just tell Nick that sarsaparilla totally exists in the 1800s.
I just looked that up too.
It's considered a nerve tonic.
Oh, nice. Do we serve it here?
Sure. Sarsaparilla.
I didn't know if you wanted to do this now or after the break, or since we're still talking and things like that. So I just wanted to find out when you wanted to do this.
No, go ahead. Let's do the introduction. I think that's so. So your backup character, what's the name? What's the
backup character? His name is Ramsey Cole. Ramsey Cole is an express person. They're passing, basically like some of the other people that we've seen through history, who have been express people who've been drivers of horses and or river boats. They go by a masculine name, somebody like Charlie Parkhurst, if you know your history, and that's Ramsey Cole.
Nice. All right. So yeah, over the course of the months that you guys have been working here, running this place, you've come to know Ramsey pretty well. Works in the stable, and maybe Ramsey is from Cheyenne, and you can sort of, you can show them around.
Perfect.
Now, when you say passing, is Ramsey, is Ramsey presenting as male or female?
Male. Presenting as male.
Okay.
Presenting as male. If you go through history, there was another stagecoach person named Charlie Parkhurst, who short, brawny, fighting kind of, but wanted people to respect them. So that's the kind of person. That's the kind of person that Ramsey is.
So there's all sorts of stuff like that through history, and you find them all over. And today, randomly, I was on a deep dive and I found a story of the first doctor to do a cesarean section. I think I'm going to get that
right. It was a C-section. Was actually a woman. Yeah. Was
actually a woman in Canada, and cool. She was male presenting and was in the army and all this stuff. And when this doctor died, they sealed all of her records and would not release them because they didn't want to admit that she was a woman, because she had fooled everyone for 60 years. Great story. All right. Well, welcome, Ramsey. That's awesome. So yeah, let's say that Ramsey is from Cheyenne. And so Ramsey is like, yeah, I can show you around. No problem.
Right.
And so for my character, Abe would think that Ramsey's a boy. Is he a boy or is he a man?
Boy. The age range I have is 27. They are.
So 7 is not a boy.
That's older than me.
But
I'm actually younger than Ramsey.
I'm just saying. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure what.
And, for characters like Ramsey, like 20, that's an old 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're on the road all that time, you are weather beaten. So, all right, cool. That's good. Ramsey, he's there. And I think let's go ahead and go to break, and we will come back just as soon as 6 people can use 5 bathrooms. Hashtag chaos, by the way, at the break. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Hashtag chaos at the break to be added for a set of Birds of Paradise, the official dice.
I'm like, where are they?
The great, there they are. The very set that you will get. If you want, we can have Amy touch them. It's been a while since we've done that, but that
Don't do it.
Got a little dime bag of dice right here for you.
The first one's free.
Hey.
Oh, but after that.
You got more of that dice?
All right, hashtag chaos at the break. We will be back shortly. Welcome back, friends. We're going to roll now to see who gets those birds of paradise. Last chance to type #chaos in there to be entered to win I think these are is this the set I don't? That's the set I don't have. Yeah.
Oh,
it's going to be a random set of birds of paradise.
Oh no, it's going to be those ones you just picked up.
Yeah, dude, don't show them. Don't show off the lavender mimosa if you don't want people knowing that's what you're giving away.
It might be sandstone. You just never know.
I like the sandstone ones. Although now I just roll the saguaros because they're so much fun to roll.
Thomas has to clean the studio, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's dice.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
If Bob Clancy won, I am just leaving right now.
It is our favorite pastry wizard.
The Muffin Mage. Oh, we're going to be mailing these to Drury Lane.
Yes, we all know the Muffin Mage.
That is very exciting. Mage? You know, I will be playing the Bagel Cleric in my next game. It's going to be...
I want to be the baguette paladin.
The baguette, nice. The brioche Barian.
Ooh.
Well, congratulations, Muffin Mage. You, of all the many viewers we have, you are the most glutinous. All right, so yeah, you couple days of rest. Any wounds that you had are healed, and you're gonna. So you go and you meet Marshall. Did I say Garrick, or was that the judge?
Collins,
Marshall Collins, Jim Collins. Man, I should write things down.
That's why I jot things down quickly before I lose them, because I know you will.
So yeah, it's almost like you can tell which characters are disposable and which aren't. So that's why I don't know any of your names. That's
fair.
You go. Unfortunately, you have to go to the Duchess.
Oh.
Actually, going to the Duchess might be a separate cool scenario.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can combine it with this one. Let's go and just hang out there and also do business.
There's a lovely casino there.
I'm in. We're going to the Duchess.
I could do the casino, yeah.
It is what is the name of the Silver Anchor?
Do we really want to be putting money into what's-his-face's pockets?
John Corbett?
Yeah, him.
I think Abe can take money out of those pockets.
Oh,
I think the one time Abe gambled, he lost a lot of money.
Which is, I mean, I've got a 50-50 chance on my gambling skills. So let's burn through some trust fund cash.
Oh, and you know, am I there with you guys yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Ramsey, being also liking to do the riverboat kind of thing, also knows a little bit about gambling.
Nice. So yeah, you head to the Duchess. It is a riverboat that has been dragged out of the Reno River, out of the river, and now is built into a large hotel and a casino. And you know that you're going to you're supposed to meet Marshall Collins there, and probably in the bar. But you get there, and a doorman says, welcome to the Duchess. If you don't mind, we'd like to ask that you please leave all your weapons at the door. There'll be there's an attendant there. There's a gun check. You can just put them right in there.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And Elias dressed up for this because he knows there's a dress code here.
It's true.
In which dress up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Because I also feel like if this were modern day Elias's what is the 1870s version of Elias's 70s tuxedo?
It's a long way to get there, but it's a good joke.
He's wearing like a frilly shirt.
There it is.
Something Edwardian.
Well, he's a pirate on a riverboat. What can you say?
I don't want to wear the puffy shirt. So before we jump again, Tamago Tora with 500 bits because Abe needs a gambling win.
I do.
Oh, there we go.
I really do.
Seconded.
I haven't gambled in a while.
Yeah, it's been, I think, since Stillwater.
Yeah. I mean, you people won't gamble with me at home. What am I supposed to do?
I mean, if you really want to go throwing your money away, Susanna will happily take it and then leave most of it in your room again because she feels bad for stealing from the trust fund kid.
We'll have to talk about that.
So you, it sounds like now there's going to be like a nightly poker game among the Danes. I'll see.
Probably.
We'll have to roll off every night to see who won that night.
There you go.
So yeah, you come in and you leave your guns and they welcome you in, and you are in, essentially the entry of the hotel is the casino, and at the far end is sort of the front desk. There are tables where people are playing games, and there is a bar all along one wall.
All right. Do we see Marshall Collins anywhere?
Marshall Collins is sitting at the bar.
Okay. I'll approach from an angle where he might actually see me coming, so I don't scare the shit out of this poor man again.
He does not see. Wow, this guy's not good. So, Susanna, make me a listen roll.
Okay. I don't feel like it's that high. No, I didn't make it.
Okay. He's talking with someone next to him, and that person notices you and nudges him and then gets up and leaves. And make a spot hidden roll.
Okay. 50 out of 78, regular success.
All right. As this person leaves, they have a curious, they have a very pronounced limp.
Okay. Am I able to see enough of them to try to read body language, to do a psychology check, basically, to see why they're leaving so hastily when I approach?
Yeah, make me a psychology check with a penalty die.
Okay. Oh my gosh, even with the penalty die, I made it just.
Okay. So what I'll give you is whoever this person is doesn't want to have a conversation with you around. Not you specifically, anybody. And so as you came, and you were making a beeline for Collins, and this person saw that. And so Collins will say, "Oh, Marshall Duchesne."
Marshall Collins, good to see you.
So are you and your lot ready to go to Cheyenne?
Yeah, we are.
And he'll pull out an envelope. He says, "So I have two sleeping rooms booked through to Cheyenne on the overnight tonight, leaving at 8:30."
And I'll pull out a pocket watch and look at it. What time is it?
Oh, it's like 2 p.m.
Okay, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah. And so you'll head to the courthouse in Cheyenne. You'll pick up Hensley. You'll bring him back to San Francisco. Those tickets are also in the envelope. And you'll take him to the district courthouse in San Francisco.
All right. Sounds like it should be straightforward enough.
Well, I mean, that's what Marshall Jennings thought.
You change his name every time you mention him.
His name is Nash Jennings. That one I have written down.
No, it's Eldritch Nash.
Oh, I went off book. Okay, and Marshall Nash.
You went off book originally, and I was like, he forgets every time, but I remember it's Eldritch because Eldritch Blast.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So Marshall Nash. Yeah, Marshall Eldritch Nash. All right.
So Elias wants to actually sort of just take in the whole atmosphere of this place.
Sure.
What's better than our place? What's something that we basically just like taking it all in and keeping an eye out. And
so your place is a lot more comfortable. This is a high roller place, and so the high rollers are comfortable, but everybody else is kind of like, the people who are waiting at the bar for drinks are not, like, all the drink service is going to the tables where the high rollers are. You get the sense that it is also a very controlled environment. Like, there are a number of pit bosses that are watching everything that's going on. They're watching every game. They're watching the dealers. You'll see they clearly, there's not a lot of trust in this location, and so it leaves you kind of cold.
All right.
And it is very much a casino. They don't want anything to distract you from. So, there's no entertainment. There's no stage. There's no music or anything like that.
And this is the Silver Anchor.
So the Duchess is the whole thing, and the Silver Anchor is the casino part of it. The Duchess is the hotel.
Okay, so it's not at all competition. We're just a saloon.
Yeah, and very different clientele. This place probably doesn't have regulars. This is there's a lot of money coming into Reno and leaving, and that's probably what this is.
And I haven't seen a single sausage platter.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, clearly inferior to us.
No.
If I win enough, I will demand.
Yeah, you can get it down. You can get it at the.
Excuse me, sir. Could you comp me some sausage?
You have to lose a lot to get, So anybody who wants to can definitely do some gambling.
Yes.
All right. So you have a gamble skill. So go ahead and make me a gamble roll. There are the Silver Anchor seems to have two games. It's got craps and it's got blackjack.
Ooh, I got to do the rolling. I like the craps.
All right.
I'm blackjack and I make it. So it's just a regular success.
Okay.
Yeah, regular success.
All right. So with a regular success, you win $8 playing blackjack, and a regular success on roulette, you win $9. On craps, you win $9.
So I also want to gamble. I'm gonna probably hang out with Ramsey.
Okay.
Ramsey for a while.
Those are my dice, by the way.
No pharaohs.
I was like, no, the sun.
Ramses?
No, that's a miss.
All right.
Regular miss.
Wow,
So
sucks,
you lose $3.
All right, that's fine.
And yeah, it is a lovely, experience as you're doing this. And at one point, everybody who is gambling, make me a luck roll.
Yeah, that's a success.
That is my friend.
I got
all right. That's what I
17. So
all right. So Abe, you are gambling and you are winning.
I know.
And a pit boss comes up to you and says, excuse me, sir, could you come with me, please?
Have I offended you, sir?
Could you come with me?
Oh, I see. This is where my comped sausage platter comes into play. Absolutely.
And he'll take you into a side room. The side room has a one-way mirror that looks out on the floor. And sitting at a desk is John Corbett. And he looks at you and he says, I just wanted to make sure, Mr. Froman, that your winnings were on the up and up. You had quite a run there.
Sir, $8 is not quite a run. $8 is lunch.
It's nice to know that you are such a high roller, Mr. Froman. I guess everything's fine here. Gino, you can send Mr. Froman back out on the floor. We're just, we like to keep an eye on things here at the Silver Anchor.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fine establishment. I appreciate all of the comp services that I've been getting so far. The drinks.
I don't think you have gotten any comp services, Mr. Froman.
Which I'll be waiting for when I'm back at the table. And I get up and walk out the door.
All right. All right. Yeah. You get a small snifter of brandy gets brought to your spot. Compliments of the house.
Thank you. May I ask what fine vintage this is? What distillery did this come from?
He'll tell you some brandy thing.
Okay, good. As long it's
good.
As long as I don't hear those words coming out of the man's mouth.
No. And so yeah, you guys have a lovely afternoon at the Silver Anchor. And at 8:30 you get on the train to Cheyenne.
I did want to ask because I forgot to ask previously, in the 2 days, had we been and spoken to, I lost his name, the person who sent us out to the house originally?
Oh, Diamond Jim. Yeah.
Diamond Jim, yes.
Yeah, once you're back, Diamond Jim will hear about it, and he'll definitely, he'll come over and he thanks you profusely, and you guys are gone 3 days, so he pays you $30.
All right.
Each.
Each?
I think it was supposed to be $10 per person per day.
Yeah.
I think it was, maybe you think it was supposed to be that, but our agreement was $10 per day. You actually, after the fact, tried to get the per person thing added in, and did not get acknowledged by Diamond Jim.
Did we?
Did you got? Oh, but and he'll notice that a couple of you got slightly injured, and he'll say, "Oh, I didn't realize it was dangerous," and he throws an extra 20 in there. So he pays $50.
Okay.
And
so $10 each.
Jonesy gets that. Jonesy will get all that.
Yeah. I really appreciate your help, and I hope that we can work together again soon.
It seems fairly likely, but at the moment we have another job that we're doing. So thank you kindly, sir.
Well, that's no problem. I have to go see a man at the Duchess.
Good luck.
Any of you speak Spanish?
You are the second person in several days to ask that.
Huh, well, should have paid more attention in school.
No, so are you going to go talk to somebody who speaks Spanish?
That's probably why I asked if anybody speaks Spanish, yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
And poco. That means a little.
Yeah. So is sorry, Nick.
I'm actually thinking, just Jared.
How badly do you want to monkey paw this?
Well, how much would someone pay for a Spanish translator?
The good news is that it's really, it's just to read some documents in Spanish and make sure they're all on the up and up. But I'll find somebody. Reno's a big town. You folks have a good day.
Same to you, sir.
Hey, could I borrow that wagon?
$100.
How much?
100.
For how long?
The night.
I'll do it. He pulls out $100 bill.
Abe runs to the shaggin' wagon and pulls out all of his personal items, blankets, pillows, all gone.
All right. He'll say, we don't need horses or anything. We'll be right there.
Thank you, Jared.
And he will happily head off to once again make use of the, it's super convenient. I don't have to worry about my wife with the shaggin' wagon.
Yep, that's a thing. Cool.
And you will get on the train and head to Cheyenne. And you have an uneventful train ride.
What?
And that.
Who are you, and what have you done with Ezra?
So, I mean,
what are we talking about here?
We spend the whole ride being paranoid.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, actually, so you have 2 sleeping rooms, and it is a nice, calm, almost restful time. The train is very well done. You each gain 1 sanity because of how comfortable and how nice the train is.
Also, we basically interrogate everybody in the dining car,
right?
The gambling car. We're like, so where have you been lately? Any archaeological digs? Graveyards? Deaths in the family?
And I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You become less popular as you do that.
Does anyone else get nervous when Ezra's just handing out luck and sanity?
We deserve it.
That's going to happen in the future if that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you make it into Cheyenne the 2 days later, the morning, and Cheyenne is a bustling a railroad town, a big cattle town. So there's a lovely smell all throughout it.
I love it.
And it's about 8 blocks straight up the road to the courthouse, which is a large brick edifice. And you find Judge Garrick, and he'll say, well, Marshal Deshane, we're glad you're here. We know that you had a special relationship with Marshal Nash, and so when the Hensley boy was apprehended, we of course automatically thought of you to bring Hensley to San Francisco.
Well, I very much appreciate it. It'll certainly be good to see this reprobate brought to justice.
I should warn you that Mr. Hensley is, well, he's not in a good way.
How do you mean, not in a good way?
Well, he's a troubled man, and he's also he's been pretty. I'm trying to think of how this guy would say that he's like not in good shape physically. He's seen better days.
All right. Well, I will certainly make sure that he makes it to San Francisco in one piece.
Very good. Very good. It'll be good news for everyone when he is put to justice finally.
Very much so.
He's been convicted for Marshal Nash's murder.
Excellent. Do I need to transport any paperwork as well, or have you wired ahead?
Oh, that's all in San Francisco.
All right.
They're all set there. You just need to worry about the prisoner.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. If you'll, Marshal Deshane, if you'll follow the constable there, he'll take you to Mr. Hensley.
Very well.
Okay. The rest of you are hang out in the courtroom. Mm-hmm. And so a constable takes you to a holding cell in the courthouse. And sitting on a cot is a shell of the confident, kind of in charge man that you saw back on the train. This is a man whose body is shattered. He's probably lost 20 pounds. He's lean and haggard. His eyes are sunk. There's huge bags under them. His one of his legs, it looks like, was broken and healed poorly and is kind of at an angle now. He walks with some difficulty. And his eyes are just haunted. And he just sort of looks up at you with with an empty stare as you come in.
And is there any sign of recognition when he sees me?
Yeah, there's a little shudder.
Yeah, I can't say as I blame him. All right.
You know what? Actually, he, 98. You come in, and he immediately darts up, grabs your lapels. So the constable will be like bludgeoning him very quickly. He grabs your lapels and he says, "You know I didn't murder him. You gotta tell him. You know I didn't murder that man." And then the constable just like bam, and Hensley hits the ground and like kind of just like curls up. And the constable's like, "Sorry about that, Marshal."
It happens. It's hard to see. It's hard to say which way a prisoner will jump. And I'll just like brush my lapels down.
And Hensley is curled up. And Hensley's just like, "You know, I didn't kill the Marshal. I didn't."
So I, the player, am not sure, but Susanna would know like the correct procedure to go about like getting this person, getting him secured and ready to go onto the train.
Yeah, so he's got leg irons, and then his hands are also, and you will, he'll be handcuffed to a bench.
Okay. So yeah, I'll when does the train leave? Are we leaving immediately or are we waiting?
You can, it's an open ticket, so you can leave tonight. You could like turn right back around and catch, there's a 10 o'clock train, or you can wait until tomorrow.
Okay.
So this guy is like, now he's just like crawling at your boots. I didn't kill him.
Just like shit, and just like look down at him and nudge him away with the toe of my boot. People get real interesting when guilt comes down on them, doesn't it?
And then he looks up at you, and he sees that there will be no solace there. And he just looks at you, and his face goes dead again, and he says, "You never think about all the men you kill until you have to see them again. If I have to die, at least make it fast." And he goes back to his cot.
You're gonna go face justice the proper way, which means we're gonna be traveling companions for a little while.
He just looks at you and he says, "Do you think I killed that Marshal?"
Yeah.
Do you think I somehow stripped him down to the bones?
Just give him a very long, cold stare, because while I know he didn't directly kill the Marshal, I also know fully damn well that the Marshal would have survived if he hadn't done what he did. So I'm like, you killed him.
I jumped off that train before that thing finished with the rest of them. I didn't kill that Marshal. That horrible monster did. Same thing that killed my friends.
I think wandering around on the open prairie for a couple of months might have messed with your mind, but no mind.
The constable is like not actively not listening.
Yeah. I'll just look at him and be like, I actually do want to check with the others because I know that should have lost his name. Ramsey is from here. See if he has anyone that he wants to see before we turn around and head back out.
All right, yeah. So the constable will, he'll take you back out, lock him up. So you guys are alone in a conference room in the courthouse.
Right. Well, I'm taking charge of the prisoner. We can leave pretty much right away, or later tonight. The ticket's open. Mr. Cole, do you have any? You're from this area. Is there anyone you wanna stop in and see before we're gone?
Yeah, it would be kind of good if I could go to the homestead for a little bit, but I know we need to get out of here.
Well, there's no particular rush to get to San Francisco, and we can leave in the morning if you want to head out to Homestead and see people. We can be here in town overnight.
All right, then I can stay at the homestead overnight. That would be awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
Not a problem.
So, what are your parents like?
When I go see my parents,
Oh,
I'm Jamie.
I can say your mother something like, you really should dress more femininely, darling. How are you going to find a husband?
I know, Mom. But driving the horses, it gets me all over the place. I get to see a lot of people.
Well, we're just glad you're home.
For a little while. I need to go out. I need to leave in the morning.
Oh, such a short visit. Well, your father's going to be so glad you're here. And yeah, you have a nice night at home. And the rest of you spend a lovely evening in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I do want to pull the other three aside while the person who wasn't there is away, and just be like, right, he saw Jenkins chewing through those other the rest of the people who were in there.
Well, yeah, that's what we thought, right?
Yeah, but
does everyone know that's his name? Does everyone know who Jenkins is? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's Hot Tub Jenkins.
he's
Abe, of course. Yeah.
Jonesy has yelled it out multiple times at this point. If it's meant to be a secret,
True.
it is a terribly
True.
kept secret.
Literally, it's like Jenkins.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just waiting for a human face rat to appear behind you, Amy. Like Beetlejuice.
but I can't remember how many of us saw.
I think that's true. Well, I was no, that's true.
A couple of you went into the car and saw the aftermath.
Right.
Yeah. And
did.
there was a lot. That's true. There was a lot of.
You had to go into that car, and then a bunch of people had to jump out of there because it was getting picked up.
Yep, of which I think it was Susanna and Jared.
Susanna and Jared were on the roof of the train.
Elias.
No, it was just Jared up there.
Well, Jared and was it Lars that was?
I think it was the Lars Manning who. It was Lars.
Now he's dead. We're sure of it.
Sure. So was Jim Hensley once upon a.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Maybe I should back up a little bit. Jonesy called in that muskrat thing when we were in the train to deal with the problems that were in that car, and was maybe a little bit less than specific. And Marshall Nash got caught in the crossfire, which is how he died. And
Jenkins can shoot guns? Damn.
Jenkins can chew people down to the bone. There was nothing left in that car but skeletons. And I thought that Jim Hensley was one of them. Apparently, he saw it all happen and was far enough away that he could jump. Which is how he survived.
Pretty much he threw his friends at Jenkins and ran.
Are we expecting him to be a problem then?
Jeez.
Perhaps a gag might be best.
How broad is that question?
Yeah.
I mean, until right now, I had no idea what happened on that train.
As did I, and I suspect that I don't want to have to relive that moment day in and day out. So let's just gag the man for a pleasant ride to San Francisco.
No one's gonna believe him.
Well, no one.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to be in the same compartment. I have to be in the same compartment with him, but all the rest of you can be in the other one if you want.
He'll be in the lounge car the whole time.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like I missed out not being in the lounge car last time.
You did. It was a fantastic experience. I may have lost a little money.
But yeah, then the upshot of all of this is that he knows that he didn't kill Marshall Nash, or at least didn't directly pull the trigger, and that's what he's been convicted for. So
But who else is he killed?
Oh, he's the leader of the Hensley gang. He was wanted long before any of this, but it's the murder of a federal marshal that makes it a federal crime.
My conscience is clean.
I have absolutely no problem with this, but I'm also letting y'all know that he might be a bit of a noisy compartment guest.
And thus I circle back to, I'm not going to give you one of my fancy silk scarves, but I highly recommend that perhaps a kerchief stuffed in his mouth is the answer to all of our train ride problems to San Francisco.
Maybe he'll sleep like a baby with the rocking of the train.
Oh, let's not talk about the shaggin' wagon anymore. That's being defiled as we speak, and it's not being defiled by me, and I'm upset about that.
Speaking of which, you should introduce yourself to his wife, to Diamond Jim's wife.
You're right. She is a lonely lady looking for entertainment.
There you go.
That's a great strategy, sir.
She might like the shaggin' wagon too.
This has suddenly become a very different game.
It really has.
Same game.
But go ahead,
Susanna. What are we going to say to Ramsey? Are we going to hope that nothing goes sideways, or do we prep him that something might happen?
How do we prep him in a way that is believable?
That doesn't make us sound completely insane.
Well,
You should start with the naked Jared on the beach. That just
we want him to think that we're not insane.
Yeah.
And then I look around like, did anybody else hear that?
What, the little chef kiss? Yeah.
There's no longer any proof that Jared ever existed.
True.
Except burned in my brain.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Emphasis on burned.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping that nothing goes wrong. If something does, he's an expressman. He's run into bad situations before. Hopefully, he'll be able to keep his head, and then we explain everything afterwards.
I'm thinking, okay. I mean, maybe not the specific type of situation that might happen, but maybe just prepping him for something could potentially happen.
Well, and if you can predict exactly what brand of weird might be visiting us, because every time it's been something different, with the exception of the angels and doubles.
The closer we get to San Francisco, the higher percentage chance of werewolf attack.
I strongly suspect that you misunderstood that young woman.
Maybe I'll start there.
No, don't. I really would prefer him to think that you're not insane.
Please let werewolves hijack this train.
Please let there be a werewolf massage parlor.
I mean, I won't know how until I read the fic on Monday. Then I'll.
Oh no. Right, but anyway, I really
Werewolf, there's something with the pause that refreshes, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I just wanted to warn y'all just in case, because he was manic. He was grabbing at me and being like, I didn't kill that man, but I have a very negative amount of empathy for that particular person.
All right.
So
what's the solution again? Are we just locking him up and just saying he's crazy and
and keeping our mouth shut.
the S is on the wrong word?
Yeah, I know that.
I've been drinking.
Jared's had a couple.
All right. Yeah. So.
All right. So the next morning, Susanna, you go to collect him.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's like, Marshall, I just have one request. Could you please not have any pen and ink near me?
Pen and ink? Wow.
I get left notes.
Is that what you were talking about with the faces of those that you've killed?
I get I don't know how, but something leaves me a message.
What sort of messages?
So it's real bad handwriting. God, I wish
you're awful.
That would be outstanding. It's real bad handwriting. But it's it's usually some variation of you have to go back or it's still there. And I'm not gonna lie, that I don't know who's telling me what, but I can't take it.
All right, I can do that for you.
At this point, I welcome the release of death. I mean, you and I both know I didn't do what they say I did, but I don't care.
Is it just the two of us at this point?
Yeah.
I'll just be like, you know what? You're right. You didn't kill Marshall Nash. I'm well aware. I saw what happened. Well, I didn't see what happened, but I certainly saw the aftermath.
I saw what happened.
I've seen other things that drive people insane, so I understand that. But I also know that Marshall Nash wouldn't have died if not for you, so.
He's resigned to his fate. So you'll bring him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a shamble like
mm-hmm.
And you frog march him down to it's not a subtle procession.
No. Boy, this is the ultimate walk of shame.
Yeah. And you get on the train and I said all your wounds are healed from before. And you get on the train and it's gonna be 3 nights to San Francisco.
Okay. Once I get him secured in the car, I'm going to step just out or inside the compartment. I'm going to step just outside the door and beckon Elias over.
Yeah, he is. So he's handcuffed to a pipe that is there.
I'm also gonna attach one of the leg irons to another pipe. Anything that I can find down below, because I don't care if he's a shell of a man. I know that how he got away before.
Sure. Yeah. And he's just sitting there with his head down.
Mm-hmm. But I'll gesture Elias over.
Walk over.
Hey, I know that you may not want to be involved with all of this, but you can see ghosts, right? I say, keeping my voice very quiet.
Yeah, and Elias looks around.
Make me a spot hidden roll.
Oh my. That's a regular.
All right.
Wow.
There's some thing moving around in that car. Like you're now you get a sense of motion.
As I kind of like lock in and kind of look, I can.
So you see
how many people are in that car?
Just one. It's just Hensley. At least that I can see. Can you see something else?
There's something in there with him.
He was saying that he's left notes by something saying that it's still there. You need to go back for it. So I know that this isn't part of your job. So I understand if you say no. But I would love to have someone who can actually see this sort of thing in there with me in case something goes wrong.
All right. So I mean, it's in there now. Should we go in together and you can maybe ask him where he thinks it wants, like who he thinks might be leaving the notes, or I can.
He was saying it was real bad. He was saying it was real bad handwriting.
Well, I mean, that could be anyone. That's why I bought a typewriter.
Fair. All right. Yeah, if you we can see what Mr. Hensley has to say, and maybe whatever's hovering around him has something to say too.
Yeah.
Again, if you're not comfortable with it, I'm not going to push you because I know this is.
I mean, I can freaking see ghosts.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, there could be a gold mine in this, literal or metaphorical.
Possibly both, depending. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we should. We'll go in and I'll just, I don't know, you can. I'm the associate or a deputy. Do I have a deputy badge?
Nope. None of you have been deputized.
No, you're all part of my posse. But at some point I'm going to have to deputize the four of you because this is getting a little ridiculous. Although,
boy, that would be some fun paperwork.
Yeah. Then again, setting A blues with a deputy badge.
I'll never pay for a drink in this town again. So you both go in there and you see Hensley is like backed as far away as the chains will hold him. And on the bench next to him, on the seat next to him, is a piece of paper.
I look down at it.
Do I see anything do I see the entity here? You
don't see the entity here. You also don't see any pen or paper around here. So it had to come from somewhere else. It says in a scrawled, very poor handwriting, it belongs in Tenochtitlan.
When Mr. Hensley, how long ago did this arrive?
Just a couple minutes ago.
Where did you see? Was it always right there?
No, it slid in under the door and then floated up on that bench.
Okay. Seems like somebody sending you a message from the other side. Sometimes they do reach out if they need closure. Have you ever been to Nichilan? Is that what that's?
I don't know what that is.
It is.
You don't know what that is. Make me a.
I mean, do I think that was where the tablet was from?
Make an intelligence roll.
Oh yeah, that
so
is
you remember
hard success.
All right, you remember Manning giving you like a blather about, it was an Olmec thing, and you somehow connect Olmec and Mexico and Tenochtitlan.
Okay. Have you ever been to Mexico?
I mean, this used to be Mexico, and we did some jobs here.
So, okay. Do you ever fence any goods or steal any artifacts?
We were robbers.
Okay.
And you never stole anything that looked particularly weird? Just your regular money and gold and stuff?
We stole money. Stealing anything else is just another layer of complication.
Accurate. All right, Will.
So, and he looks at Elias. You can talk to whatever's doing this? Tell it to stop. Tell it I don't know what any of it means.
Somehow this entity is attached itself to you, thinking that you can help it. It's probably nothing.
I'm a dead man.
Yeah,
I should be haunting one of you.
That would not be cool, man. I mean, it would really.
Wow, we just jumped forward 100 years.
well, it would not at all be cool. And if you do decide to haunt us, you should make it Abe. Just
I don't know who that is.
Anyway,
who's the one who controls the little brown thing? The one that actually killed the marshal.
I'm not sure. Brown thing? I'm gonna make a deception check. I don't know if that's a thing here.
He's gonna get a penalty die because
I'm gonna play dumb.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know of a round rat human-faced thing. What are you doing?
He's so shattered that he just is like, oh. And he looks at Susanna. And he goes, "Guess he ain't seen it."
Look at him. Right. So we're gonna be. I'm gonna be sitting in here with you when we get started. And Elias, you staying?
Yeah, I guess I'll stay here.
All right. We'll keep an eye out. Well, Elias will keep an eye out, see if we can't see that thing.
All right. So it's what are the so while they're ghost busting, the rest of you are like in the lounge car. Yep. Abe is starting up a poker game.
All right, I'm in.
I forgot to tell Ramsey about the werewolves. It'll happen at some point.
And you're having a nice time in the lounge car. Everything seems fine, and Yeah, you meet a bunch of nice people that are not important to this story. So as long as you stay in the lounge car, nothing will.
So Abe and I compete with cards and with the women.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. All right. So about 3 hours pass, and Elias, you see a tall, jacketed figure walk by the cabin, and nobody else reacts, so you figure that's a ghost.
All right. I'll pop out real quick. Shut the door and follow.
Make a let's call it a spot hidden roll.
Hard success.
All right. You're pretty sure that's Lars Manning.
Oh. All right.
You took us on a roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah. I'll follow.
All right.
Until there's somewhere, I think, private that I could reach out.
All right. He goes into another cabin through the door, just through the door, and the screen is down.
I'll knock on the door.
You hear a muffled voice go, yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a Mr. Manning in there? I'd be interested in talking to him.
The voice inside says no, and meanwhile, Manning's head pops out of the door and looks right at you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I must have the wrong car. And I'm kind of motion him to follow.
And he'll follow you.
Steps back so he can come out.
Actually, first, before he comes out of the door and he looks at you and he starts going
yes. And I do this back to him. I can also talk. So you could also talk if you want. It's okay.
You can see me?
Oh God. Yes. Hi, Mr. Manning. Hi.
Who's out there?
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go away. Just come here.
I
go to
believe this.
And I go to my thing. I'm
right.
Trying to hurry him along. I'm come on, come on.
He's kind of someone can see me.
Can I grab him?
You cannot. He is non-corporeal.
But
you gotta go. But that kind of snaps him out of it, and he'll follow you along.
Okay. And I open the door for him, and
he flies.
Showed him. Close it behind it, and I'm assuming everybody's out in the.
Everyone else is in the lounge car, or Susanna is sitting with Hensley.
Okay. I have a seat, Mr. Manning. Or don't.
I don't know how.
I'm sorry. Hi, how are you?
I'm dead.
My name's Elias Jackson.
We met on the train.
Yes, on the train.
Look, I'm a very intelligent man, and, well, actually, I have eternity, but I don't have much time.
So what's happening? Tell me about this. Why are you still here?
The tablet.
Okay.
That man in there caused my death and the loss of the tablet. That tablet must be returned to the forbidden temple it was stolen from in Tenochtitlan.
Do I know what out of character? Do I know what happened to the tablet? Do I know that it went up and it was blown up and some?
I don't think you do.
Okay. Do you know where the tablet?
Jared and Susanna know that the bug thing had the tablet, and Jared, and then there was a boom.
So we're thinking that it's potentially back out there.
Well, yeah.
I think we think it's been destroyed, but
I think that
unfortunately you didn't get to see the cutscene at the end of the episode.
Right. I'm actually thinking. Okay, so I can. You're smart. I can talk to you. I don't know how. I don't know why. Hey, this is happening. Do you have any hidden gold anywhere?
I'm dead.
Moving on. Okay, right. Moving on. If you remember hidden gold, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
How can you see me?
Good question. I've seen a lot of strange things. Angels. Not very angelic. Kind of freaky and scary. And they say be not afraid, but really, it's kind of scary. They also don't like the replicants for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway.
Is there anyone sane I could talk to?
Oh. No, but there are people with some knowledge that I think that we can all communicate with. Should I go get them? I should go get them. They saw what happened in the car at the end. All I know is there was an explosion. And
can they see me?
No. Well, you know what? You could try.
I should leave that bastard another note. I am a prolific writer.
Oh, so am I. I have a printing press. How cool is that?
Have you been published?
I'm a publisher.
What would I recognize of your writing?
Oh no. Anyway, let's just the Sasquatch comes at midnight. Don't worry, it's a thing. It's a
That sounds like a penny novel.
Yes, mini pennies, and they add up over time. Let's let me go get Jared today before this really goes off the rails. And where we're at, we don't want it off the rails.
Very well.
Okay.
Return at once.
Okay, good. I'm gonna jog back through the train cars to the whatever you call
the
it.
Lounge car. All right. Abe, Ramsey, and Jared, make me con rolls.
I got hard success.
All right. So, Jared, you've enjoyed one beverage too many.
I've enjoyed just enough.
But Abe and Ramsey, you're both feeling fine.
All
Of course.
right.
Of course.
So Elias comes into the car, kind of looking a little Giorgio Tsoukalos. So
aliens.
So he's
Ghosts.
Yeah, he sees Abe and Ramsey playing. Like looks over, sees Jared kind of like half asleep. I need Jared. So I go, hey, Abe, you have been on a train like this before and have played cards with a certain explorer.
Elias, what are you talking about?
Lars is in the car and he would like to converse about what happened at the last train ride.
What do you mean?
Train ride.
Okay, so I grab Elias by the elbow and usher him out of here. Like, what in the damn hell are you talking about, man?
Oh wait, you and I were together.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we need Jared. Jonesy's not here. I think she saw Susanna. Okay, I'm gonna go back in.
All right.
Is Jared? I'm gonna
bring my drink. But if you're gonna go back in, just grab.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared's getting another drink too.
It's gonna be. I just poke my head back in and be like, "Can you actually make that 2?" It's just I don't know what's up with this one. We're gonna be gone for a while.
You're leaving the game, Abe.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Actually, I won't be right back. It'll probably take 20 minutes just for Elias to spit out whatever is ranting about now. So don't wait. It's gonna be a while.
All right, we'll play without you.
Okay, Jared. I need your assistance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's out of it. Did you need me to help?
No, I got this.
All right.
Hey, get a drink for my friend here.
Sure. Yeah. He leans over to. No, he's not. I'm sorry. It's not time. Okay, Jared, let's go. I need your help in the car.
All right, we cut to Susanna and Hensley, and Susanna. A piece of paper slides under the door, and it starts to float up, and it sort of just flops on top of the other one. And Hensley goes, and Hensley's just like shivering and not looking.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll lean over and pick it up.
All right. It says, "Where is the idiot?"
I'll say out loud, "You're gonna have to be more specific."
Nothing happens.
Cool.
Hensley is like just as far away as he can be from all of that paper.
I briefly consider just going ahead and leaving the paper there to torture the guy, and then I'll be nice for a moment, and I'll actually pick up the papers and fold them up, stick them in my back pocket.
All right. And we cut back as you bring everybody up.
Okay, and then knock on the door for Susanna as well.
Okay.
Kind of nod to come with.
Meanwhile, Jared and I are sitting there both with 2 drinks going.
Yeah, you see Elias looking frazzled. Jared is drunk and has 2 drinks in his hand, and Abe is just Abe and has 2 drinks in his hand.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's going to get a bit cramped, but come in.
Oh, no, you come out. We're going to go in our cabin.
But Jared wants to come in if he hears come in and he's got the drinks.
Yeah, there's a room to sit down.
Just like put a gentle hand up to stop Jared and be like, well, all right. And I'll glance back at Hensley. Well, we can't go far.
So if you step out, Elias will just lean over and whisper into your ear. It's Lars Manning. He's looking for the tablet.
Who is Lars Manning?
Do I hear, like, I'm assuming we can all kind of,
you're all
loud.
Yeah.
We're all loud whispering. I'm like, that annoying. The gentleman who's famous. He's been published. He's too busy for this shit.
The dickhead who was ranting on the
other train
on the platform about them not paying the speaking fee. Yeah, I remember that dickhead.
Yep.
Oh, I watched him die.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, he's the one leaving the letters.
Got it. And that's why Elias can see him, because he's dead.
So,
all right.
Is he over here? Where is he?
I look in my cabin. Is he in there?
He's in there. He has like strewn stuff all over the place, and he's pulled out your paper and pin, and you see he's got like a fist and the pin, and he's like very carefully like trying to like write something on
like, all right.
Carving
open
words.
Up the door. We're back. I'm sorry. Getting these people, it's a little bit more difficult.
Oh,
but,
he's in there?
Yes.
Oh, well, let's just go talk to him.
Yes, let's go talk to him. Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
I'm going to stay in the doorway so I can see if that door opens.
Yes. So I don't remember. Jared, you saw Susanna and Jared, you saw what happened to the train car after.
Yeah.
What? So Mr. Manning says that the tablet needs to be returned to the temple in Tenochtitlan, where it was.
Well,
Tenochtitlan. Your pronunciation is terrible.
Well, ask him where the tablet is. I mean, how?
Hold up.
And also, why do we have to do this?
Why does it have to be done? Proceeds. Why do we have to do this?
Well, and all of that needs to be preceded by it was in the middle of an explosion. If it didn't get blown up, well, I'll be very surprised.
So, did you hear any of that, Manning?
Yes.
Awesome. What do you think? Thoughts?
Elias, did you ask him where the gold is if we're going to be doing this?
I did. I already asked him where the gold was.
Great.
Are you brigands?
We're treasure hunters today.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I was
anyway.
Treasure hunter. Beware. It's a cursed existence. A better writer than you would tell a wonderful story of the curse that befell me.
Ooh, is that what Jackson Elias wrote?
Why don't you just forgive the man and move on?
Who am I forgiving? Why would I forgive anyone? I blame you all. You're all idiots.
Well, but I don't understand. Why are you this man? What did he actually do? Were you there? Do you know? Did he
was the last one who had the tablet.
Oh, is that true?
Is what
are you
true?
Looking at? Yeah, what?
As far as you know, the tablet got blown up.
Did we ever did you guys ever tell us what actually happened in there? I mean, after the explosion, we didn't really. I mean, Susanna.
Very little mention of the dragon. You know.
Look, as best as we know, the tablet thing ended up in the mail car, and that got carried away by a thing that I try very hard not to remember.
It was a shantak.
It was a shantak.
You imitate exactly.
No, I actually try and sound smart though. Saying it.
Great. What in the fuck is a shantak?
Elias looks at Manning.
And we're like, so he's sitting over there telling you.
A summoned beast, usually used as a mount.
That's interesting. So it's a summoned beast, usually used as a mount. But the question is, who or what summoned it?
I mean, was it Hensley?
Oh, was
I
that?
don't think Hensley could summon.
It was Sheldon, the bag of bugs.
Sheldon, the bag of bugs summoned.
What?
The thief. I don't know how many of you. I don't think any of you.
Only Jared. I think Jared's the only one.
I'm about to ask what Jared rolls to not be sick everywhere because he's been trying to not think about that.
Make a con roll.
Also, who calls their bag of bugs Sheldon?
Someone who really hates Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't make it.
All right. So, when he said, well, luckily you haven't heard anything about bag of bugs or anything like that.
No, he just repeated it.
Yeah,
did you say
that?
Yeah, as soon as he says that, you hear in the room, Jared goes, and start you throw up a little.
Oh no, I'm drunk enough. I don't have that control. I don't know if you've been this drunk before. It's get me to a window.
Yeah.
You start hearing those sounds, you have precious little time.
All right. How badly did you miss the con roll?
Oh, by 4 points.
All right. So you make it to the window.
Yeah, my con is like 80 though, so rare that
do we want to keep this inside with a
Nah.
little inspiration?
Oh, I get to the window.
Okay.
He gets to the window and he throws up out the window.
Just hope that the next one back is closed.
Wait,
Oh God! Is my compartment forward or
You're forward.
Jared's actual compartment.
Yeah, it's the other room you guys have. Is like, but the window is closed. You're fine. So, is there a point to all of this?
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, so this man or that man out there, he is going to go and he's going to be tried for his crimes of murder, and he will go away. So your hunting will end.
But the curse will not.
How do you know it's a curse?
I don't have time to run through all of the accolades and plaudits from my storied career.
So,
but let me try.
Okay, here we go.
And he proceeds to, like, for 10 minutes, like, give you his CV.
And for 10 minutes, everyone sees Elias going, mm-hmm.
I'm now working on the second drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is why we got two.
Yeah, I've finished off Elias's drink at this point.
Got kicked out of Evanston College.
Oh my God! Please relay it back to us, mangling it as badly as possibly.
Yes, just like
that's not Evanston College. No,
wow.
Yale. I was kicked out of Yale, and it's because I started a witches' coven in Yale.
He didn't make the row team.
I was the captain of the row team.
I didn't know that Evanston College was on a lake.
It's called Illinois. Scullery, you misanthrope.
Okay, so
I'm enjoying every minute of this.
That's I am you know what, I enjoy sleep, so we would like to help you, Mr. Manning, to move on and remove this curse from you. So
it's not just a curse on me. If this tablet, that thing, the bag of bugs, it came to return the tablet.
And did it do so?
No, you blew it up.
Oh, so the bag of bugs is dead.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
Then the bag of bugs is dead.
Well, he hasn't said that yet. We haven't heard that.
Well,
Jared said it. No, not Jared.
Yeah,
Elias said it out loud.
Yeah, Sheldon, whatever Elias says, I believe.
So mental note for all of us: dynamite works. Bags of bugs.
Good to know. Right. Well, if it was it sent by something?
Yeah. Who did the bag of bugs summon the mount? Who summoned the bag of bugs?
What? The tablet.
So if do we smash the tablet? Do we have to return it? Is there?
You must return the tablet to the Forbidden Temple in Tenochtitlan.
Elias,
how hard is it to get to that temple?
Elias, what is he saying?
We're supposed to return the tablet to the Temple of Tenochtitlan, wherever that is. I'm guessing.
Why Forbidden Temple?
Okay, it's not forgotten. It's forbidden. But
well, then we're not allowed to go there.
Well, and also like something sent the bag of bugs, right? Was it sent to get the tablet?
The tablet. Mr. Manning says the tablet summoned the bag of bugs.
Well, then why does a tablet summon another bag of bugs?
Exactly. Like
give it the tablet.
Like this is very much not our problem. If that thing is blown up, or if the tablet is still in one piece and it can summon up another bag of bugs to come and collect it, it's not our problem.
So
I would recommend
wait. One of you idiots held the tablet.
Who? Which one of you held the tablet? No one?
Nope.
Did any of us? I don't.
The closest, I mean, this is out of character. I got the closest, but I never touched it.
If you had touched that tablet, you would know the horrors. There's a reason that I wouldn't let anyone else touch it.
So do you read the tablet and then that summons the thing that comes and takes it?
That tablet is a harbinger of the end times.
So we shouldn't read it.
I don't think you could.
How does it summon this thing?
It shapes whoever has it.
Oh, okay. So everyone, hello. So apparently the tablet shapes whoever has it into the bag of bugs. I think that there was a young woman, promiscuous young woman who was had an unfortunate incident.
They're just gonna look pale.
So all we need to do
Is not touch the tablet.
figure out where the tablet is and get some unsuspecting person to grab it.
You must return it to the Forbidden Temple. The Forbidden Temple is a containment vessel.
Oh, okay.
Did he just tell you it's a stupid plan?
Yes, he told me it was a stupid
I could have told you that.
I don't know. I think the problem solves itself, right? But apparently this tablet is a horrible thing, and only a moron would have removed it from its containment vessel. So
that tracks real well.
So
So hold on. So what does the gentleman in the other room have to do with this?
He thinks that he's responsible for the tablet going missing or something like that.
Well,
roundabout way.
To be fair, he's kind of right. Kind of like he was indirectly responsible for Marshall Nash dying.
Yeah. What's that? So wait, did the woman who steal the tablet, did she do it because she was a crooked person to begin with?
Maybe she was always a bag of bugs. How do I know?
She was not a person.
Ever?
No. Who has a name like Agatha?
So do you know where the tablet is, Manning?
Sort of.
Is it far away from the explosion?
It's a ways away. It was found by some degenerates.
Okay. And
it has shaped them.
Okay, so some degenerates found it and it has shaped them.
I do not have the tablet.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific in this company.
Wait, Is that Abe Froman?
Yeah, son of the Sausage King of Chicago.
Yeah, it's me.
I was in a class with him.
No,
he didn't show up a lot. It was an 8:30 class.
He remembers you from Harvard.
Well, at least somebody does.
So I thought that I had a gift where I could talk to dead people, and apparently, I have discovered that you sometimes get tasks when you do that. So I think we need to get to San Francisco, take care of this werewolf infestation, and then move on to
werewolves.
I just totally ignore him.
I was in Cuba once, and there was a hirsute young woman that I am fairly convinced was indeed a werewolf.
He has seen a werewolf, so.
Okay, this is the part where I go get another drink. I feel like the card table is waiting for me, and I feel like we've strayed the path of...
So, Manny, do you think we have time to finish this task, going to San Francisco, and then figuring out how to find those degenerates?
Yeah, Jared is like on the bed, just sort of curled up after throwing up, and it's, I mean, it seems like we don't have much of a choice.
Perfect. because I think that we all need to get some sleep.
It'll be an interesting question. Am I haunting Hensley? And if Hensley stays there, will I stay there? Or am I bound to the tablet?
We got this for you. If you can't make it and join us, that is, we will do this for you. So you don't have to worry about following us.
I feel like you're lying.
You can decide to lie without rolling a dice.
I got psychology. I've got dodge.
It's not dodge a question.
I rolled a 35, but I don't know what I would be rolling for.
Yeah, if you're going to get out of the train car, dodge.
Yeah. It is true that I don't want him around us, but also true that I think that this is something that perhaps we do need to work on.
As I leave, I'm just yelling to Jackson Elias, I am not going to the middle of the desert without more money. Get that stash of cash. I'm out.
You see, if he'd come to the class, he would know that Tenochtitlan is in the coastal flats of the Gulf of Mexico. It's not a desert. It's a tidal plain.
I'm going to look at Elias and be like, if you don't need me here anymore, I have my actual job to go do while you get yelled at by a ghost.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Good luck with your ghosts.
And Jared's snoring.
Yeah.
Loudly and obnoxiously.
So Jackson is going to also excuse himself and head back to the
I have to write another note.
It's not going to. You know what? Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that. Don't care.
Poor Hensley.
This takes much longer than it used to.
I am going to go and find Ramsey.
All right. In the lounge. You see Abe is sat down at the card game with Ramsey.
I'm back. How are we doing?
Ramsey's been winning big.
Ramsey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Let's head over into a corner or somewhere that's
all right,
private-ish.
All right.
I'm looking on in exceeding concern that I'm just like, oh boy, there goes our getaway car.
So I know you've been you worked in the stables a little bit, and you've been doing stuff for the Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
I am.
Are you okay? Do you drink too much?
Yeah. So here's.
All right. Well, do you need me to take you back to your room?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'll help you. Come. Hold on.
All right.
I'll help you.
It's so kind of Elias is going to kind of figure out exactly the right way to get this in, and he's like, okay, come in for just a minute, just a quick. I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
So you're taking him into the cabin where Jared is snoring?
Well, the other one with
with the vomit on the window.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So Ramsey.
Yes.
You've seen us go off on adventures before, and
right. Yeah. No, I've prepped the horses and everything. Yeah.
This is another one like that. And we are going to finish this one in San Francisco. Deliver.
Right. That's what you needed a driver for. Yep.
Yep. So then there's another task that we've encountered here. As he's like kind of looking around.
All right.
Ramsey, make me a spot hidden roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Now 80.
Well, I don't know.
I'm paying attention.
If somebody else is going to see a ghost, I will inspire that roll.
Okay. I'll second that.
All right. I'll try again. Spot hidden. Oh, much better that time. I got 30. So I'm
all right. A piece of paper slides under the door.
Okay, so I say, oh, looks like you got a note.
I think that's for you.
Why would anybody send me a note here?
I don't know. He reaches down and he opens it up. It's kind of
I know you've been drinking. I know it.
There is a crude map of Mexico and an X.
So our next task takes us to Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Well, that sounds good. So what's the pay?
It's so far no pay. Doing this to put souls at rest.
Are you a preacher man too?
So a mystical tablet has gone missing. And it needs to be yes.
A mystical tablet has gone missing.
Elias is almost crying.
Yeah, and I'm like, you poor man, you need to get some rest. Okay. Let me get yourself some rest. You'll be fine.
Okay. A mystical tablet has gone missing. The ghost of the robber who has stolen the mystical tablet, who was on the train, it blew up. There's a big monster there. We need to return the tablet to this containment vessel that is the Forbidden Palace of Tenochtitlan.
Oh yeah, you're a writer too. Oh, are you trying to tell me your story?
Yes.
I want someone to clip that last bit because that was an excellent synopsis of everything that's going to happen.
Please, I'm begging you, someone clip that.
So just to obviously we'll cover any expenses for you along the way. Your rate is paid.
All right.
Anyway, we might encounter ghosts or aliens or other things like that. So I just wanted to put that out there and say that
another piece of paper slides.
Things happen. So,
another piece of paper slides under the door.
Just reach down, open that up.
There is no such thing as aliens.
Oh, yeah. No, we no. Anyway.
Okay, all right. This somebody's been sending you notes. I'm sorry. Do you want me to go out and?
Yeah. Did you look at the window?
Ooh.
Just watch the no. The other window. The door.
That's the kind of quote that only makes sense in context, but that's funny.
That is one of the best moments. Oh, that was great.
All right. So you want me to look at the other window? Okay, I'm looking at the window.
The doors, the windows in the doors.
Oh, okay.
As we wait for another note to arrive. So if another note could arrive.
A note slides under the door.
Did you see anyone out there?
You did not.
No. Well, okay, so you're having some sneaky person sneaking in and giving you notes, and you're playing a game. All right. Oh, okay. It's a game. Okay. What's our next move?
You look at the note. It says, "I need more paper."
Well, this rascally person is out of paper. So we will have to.
Oh, then we win, right?
We win. We'll have to retire for the night.
All right. Just, okay. Yeah. I would be more than willing to drive for you, and I'm enjoying being in the cabin,
hanging out with Abe.
Yeah.
And you were winning, so. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck with your story there. It sounds a little weird, but people like that kind of stuff.
Yep. So, future. Don't ever say I didn't warn you.
What a great way to end the conversation.
All right, night, sir.
So what follows is a couple uneventful days. As every once in a while, Manning will find paper from somewhere, and he's realized that leaving you notes is much better than leaving Hensley notes because all Hensley won't read them. And so he'll find paper wherever he can, and he'll send you notes like that are basically like he's like he shows you exactly where the train was when it blew up.
Okay. And does he know who took it or the names of the people?
He says ask Hensley.
Okay.
He was the last one before the degenerates.
Well, I mean, would he know the degenerates? All right, well, then.
I have tried to get Mr. Hensley to tell me anything. He's remarkably resistant to my charms.
Elias is going to go to Susanna and relay a lot of this information and say, we think that because he's an outlaw and might have known other outlaws in the area, he might have an idea of the brigands who found the tablet. And if you could...
Hensley will like at that point, Hensley goes, they're not brigands. They're barely human.
No, but originally they were, so that we can track them down.
They tried to eat me.
How do we track them down?
Where did you last run across them?
I was in the mountains between Reno and Wyoming.
It was the mountains between Reno and Wyoming.
Hensley looks at you and says, I think she can hear me.
Okay.
No. Elias likes repeating stuff to make sure he's got it fixed in his own memory.
Wait, you can hear him.
This is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Hensley.
No, this is Hensley talking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. I was like, wait a minute, no, did I miss something?
Oh, okay.
Actually, is that just an affectation now where you repeat everything that's supposed to you? You're just like, I don't know if you're alive or dead or not, but
it was in Mormon country.
It was it in the Utah area?
I mean, I didn't have a map. I was just trying to survive.
Sure, fair enough.
The tablet kept me warm in the winter. But when I got to Mormon territory, I found a group, and I asked if they had any food, and they just set on me and took the tablet and tried to cook me.
Can you describe?
I broke my leg.
Oh. Can you describe any natural landmarks around the area, even within a day or two of where you ran into them?
And he'll give you like a very vague idea.
Okay.
He'll tell you that they had like a compound, basically. They had like a collection of essentially huts. They weren't natives. Actually, no, they had a collection of houses. They weren't natives, and there were a lot of children around.
Okay, I was about to say it doesn't sound like the Masters area, right?
No, it does not. It does
just
not.
Another collection of houses. This time with a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I'll file that away. Even like take out one of the pieces of paper and a stub of a pencil and just quickly jot down what he tells me.
And Elias, behind you, you hear Manning's voice go, "I need some of that paper."
I'm gonna go and I've got a book. I have a full journal that's brand new. I go and I grab that and I get him a pen or a pencil and hand it over or put it down.
Leave it on the desk.
So yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it on the desk.
There we go. All right. Well, it sounds like we have a better idea of where to go for this thing afterwards. How did it not change you, Hensley? You had that thing for a while.
I mean, it it did change me, but I don't know. Like I said, it kept me warm, and I could walk for days. I didn't need to sleep.
So it was giving you energy or something.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I didn't starve. I didn't freeze.
In my head, I'm thinking of fucking sunstones and just, whoa. All right. Well, appreciate it. And I'm hoping that our friend hasn't been sending you any more notes.
I know, maybe he's found someone else to talk to.
Yeah, it seems like. All right, and I'll just settle back into my usual relaxed watching pose.
So you will make it to San Francisco, and
oh my God, did we just go on 2 trains that didn't blow up?
Yeah. And you bring Hensley to the courthouse on Grant Street, and they take him into custody and thank you. And as you leave the courthouse, a man in a military uniform wearing a top hat with all sorts of ridiculous ostrich feathers in it comes up to you. And he walks right up to Elias and he says, I understand you can speak to ghosts. Oh, sorry. Wait. He actually says, we understand you can speak to ghosts.
I ignore him for a little bit.
Do not ignore your emperor. We, Emperor Norton, protector of these United States, do beseech you to serve. This city is beset by ghosts and werewolves.
I'm just going to immediately hook my arm into Elias's and just pull him and be like, very nice to meet you, Mr. Emperor fella. Let's go. And I'm just like frog marching Elias down Grant Street.
That's not the second time I've heard werewolves.
Oh, so that was a real person?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I ignored him like I didn't see him, like they were a ghost that I was ignoring.
I mean,
no, everyone else is. I mean, yeah. As you're walking, you're like everyone else could see him, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's like following after you, like waving this walking stick, brandishing it, just going like, "Brigands, attend your emperor!"
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
San Francisco.
You'll outpace him fairly easily. Are you gonna just get right back on the train?
No,
we're in San Francisco. We're gonna spend a few days.
Yeah.
All right.
Elias is gonna look up Renee.
Okay, no problem. Elias, make me a luck roll.
Your dice from the box.
No. Yes.
You know what? I was gonna say, 'cause if not,
I made it by 1.
Abe would support the value.
I would absolutely support this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you find Renee. She's got a room, sort of close to Potrero Hill, and she's very excited to see you, and very happy, and she'll show you around San Francisco and that sort of thing. And at one point, she conspiratorially leans over to you and says, "You know, you were right. The Emperor has hired me, and we have found there's werewolves everywhere around
here." And what have you done about that?
Well, I've done a lot of research.
Good.
And I found out that there's not a lot you can do against werewolves.
Best
But
just to make friends.
I did, and she takes you back to her room. I did get these. And she opens a case, and inside are 2 silver daggers.
All right.
So, do you know how to fight with a knife?
Not really. Actually, hold on. Do I? Is that fight brawl?
Fight knife.
Fight knife. I don't. Nope. Not at all.
Well, then I'll have to get some lessons. So silver is very effective against werewolves.
Yep.
But the Emperor has just opened my eyes to so many things going on in this town. The government is run by werewolves.
Okay. So did you tell him about me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, did you meet the Emperor?
Yes.
Oh, I told him that my knight in shining armor would be coming.
Right. Did I tell you I could see ghosts?
You can see ghosts?
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. No, I cannot. That would be ridiculous.
Lee, cool.
I mean, really. These are interesting. Where did you get these knives?
There's a guy in Chinatown.
You know what I hear about werewolves?
From ghosts?
Nope. Research. This is also research.
Oh, okay.
Is that they can, the silver daggers are only effective against them if they are in werewolf form. You shouldn't use it on them when they're in their human form because it's bad.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Like everything you say.
Yes. Perfect. Also
All
keeps
right.
you out of prison.
We've talked enough. Come here, you. And you have a lovely night with Renee.
And hopefully keep her from killing humans.
We figured get the murdering part of into your backup characters early, and then
It helps them realize which direction to go, so we don't have a try to explain everything to Ramsey conversation.
So everyone except Elias, make me a luck roll.
Oh boy. Nope. Here's a question. Do I get to sleep with prostitutes if I miss it or if I make it?
The answer is yes either way.
Okay, perfect. Then I got a 95.
All right. Make me a con roll.
Oh, 6. Yeah. So
all right.
I also didn't get a VD.
No, you
so
seem
good.
Yeah. You have so we know what Abe is doing. The rest of you have a night in San Francisco to wine and dine. And you all made the luck roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Abe, you are in a massage parlor somewhere, and you are picking your masseuse out of a lineup when the door flies open and that same man with the ostrich thing comes walking in and he says, "This unhygienic mess must end, and you, Froman, I know you. Your father owes me $6.2 million.
I'm sorry. Who do you think I am?
You're Abe Froman's son."
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No, I'm Steve Sylvester.
Steve Sylvester. Oh. Well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Sylvester. I'm very sorry for this mistake.
I've got one of those faces.
Oh. Well, if you see Abe Froman, warn him about the werewolves. They frequent establishments like this.
Good to know. I'll keep my eyes out and I will report anything I see.
Chinatown is a haven. They run this town. If I weren't the power and the sentinel for this city, they would run everything. But not under Norton the First's watch. No.
Well, keep up the good work, sir. Thank you for watching out for this fine town. And I just excuse myself into a room with like two ladies.
There you go. Yeah.
Wait, what was my name again?
Steve
As I
Sylvester.
asked, I actually was Steve Sylvester. I asked the lady, I was like, what was my name again, sweetheart?
Yeah. Just whatever you want it to be.
So when I run into everybody again, I'll be like, look, Ixnay on the Abe Froman A. This is Steve Sylvester.
All right. So yeah, you all have a lovely night in San Francisco. Oh, okay. So you all have a lovely night, and you all get rooms. And Jared, you're getting ready to go to sleep, and you hear a voice behind you say, "I hear you were looking for me."
Is that where we're cutting it, or?
Sure. All right. That's where we'll end it tonight. There we go. I like it. That's it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had 2 raids. One snuck in there at the end. RF Chaos raided us at the end. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you. I mean, clearly we are sister channels. You are the other Chaos.
There we go. Yeah. Are they part of the collective? Let's see. Our quotes tonight are: do you happen to have dynamite? Is our horse named Bob? There's a lot to unpack here. We are the bad idea machine. Does holy water work? There's no way I'm trusting an angel, which is, the bad idea machine is the leader, but I really like there's no way I'm trusting an angel. It's being defiled, but it's not being defiled by me, which is also outstanding. I have a very negative amount of empathy, which is another one. And oh boy, there goes our getaway car. I mean, it has to be we're the bad idea machine, but the defiling one.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't. I liked in the future. Don't say I didn't warn you.
That was pretty good too.
That said, though, the bad idea machine just could be the other name for the Danes.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
There you go.
That's our other. The Scooby-Doo has the mystery machine. We have the bad idea machine.
No, we have the shaggin' wagon. Get it right.
Double, AKA.
You guys tell Ramsey it's called the Shaggin' Wagon.
I'm sure he enjoys the hell out of that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I'm driving that.
We'll see if adventures continue in San Francisco or if you go off in search of an Olmec tablet. Either way, the real winner is the fans. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, YouTube. We love you guys. We got to do YouTube. In the comments, let us know how you want us to do a giveaway of those of some tumblers to you guys, because we want to do a YouTube giveaway, and you're smarter than us. So tell us how can we give things to you?
Maybe they could write down their favorite quotes, and we'll anyone who writes down their favorite quotes, we'll do a random roll.
There we go.
I like that.
For those of you, so did we have 2 real characters? Well, no, we only have one. So Emperor Norton is was a real person. You can look him up. He was a fantastic. He's like, to me, he's everything right about San Francisco. He was a person who was probably not all there, who just decided he was the emperor of the United States, and everybody he would handwrite money. And places in San Francisco would just say, "Of course, your Highness," and let him in. And He went to the theater, he went to nice restaurants, and he just paid with his fake money that he made and all this stuff. It's Emperor Norton is a great story. So don't forget, Monday, we have Dragon of Icespire Peak. And then Wednesday, the Redacted Reports drops in your podcast thing of choice. And then Saturday, it's the doubleheader, Rime of the Frost Maiden first. And then we come back that evening and close it out here with Quests and Cthulhu. I think that's it. Titan Media Collective, we love you. And goodbye, internet friends.